Life to live, one life to give, one moment, one opportunity. Boy, that's it, and it's all said and done. When the going gets tough and the tough gets going, you just go ahead and run. Cause opinions are like assholes, everybody has one. They're being constructive or they jealous of the outcome. It's not about the times you fail, it's about the times you got up. And I don't even care what the fuck your excuses is. Fact is, you just playing the cards of foolishness. What you think I'm dubious, you gotta get up, get going and just move on. Don't look towards the past, you gotta groove on. You procrastinating now, you gotta get that motivation. I already created a track called Inspiration. Gotta get up, get going and get fucking hype. Go.
Whoa, okay, that was a bit too early. All right, welcome everybody to Wrestling Talk Now. It is your boy, Justin JLB. It is Thursday night, so that means it is the Thursday night rundown. And boy, we're going to be running down a lot of pay-per-view stuff, a bunch of previews to get to. We got Clash of the Champions. Of course, WWE's pay-per-view, which starts at 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, 6 p.m. UK for anyone's listening over there overseas. And then, of course, we got NXT Worlds Collide on Sunday. And, of course, we got AEW All Out. But I am not alone, of course. One job. I am not alone, of course. I am with my co-hostess of the mostest, ladies and gentlemen, to break this, to run this all down with me. We're going to start off with the guy who likes to switch camera angles while I'm talking. Big Red, how goes it, good sir?
It's going. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday indeed. And the crazy one, of course, is always with us. Kid Crazy, how goes it?
Pretty good. Hope everyone's doing okay. We're right in the middle of this crazy wrestling week, and I would just like to say congratulations to our tribal chief for 2 years reigning WWE champion, because he's the one.
He's the one. That's right. And y'all the twos, but we'll see if he's the one this Saturday when he faces when he faces Drew McIntyre. And there's rumors that he might be losing it on Saturday. For all of you who are DraftKingsing it up, maybe you might want to make a switch and get that extra moolah. But nothing confirmed, obviously. Pure rumor. But there is talks about that. I guess before we get through all of that, the biggest news of the week would be Braun Strowman looks to be coming back on Monday.
Why?
And it looks pretty. I don't have the answers. I just provide the rumors, and
it's confirmed. Actually,
it's pretty confirmed. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, from who? Like from some of the Sean Sapp? Or
I think Sean Ross Sapp said it. Yeah.
Sean and Dave.
Oh, okay. So I guess Triple H wants to control the narrative there.
Apparently, he's got Karrion Kross, got Braun Strowman. I don't think he's going to get EC3 though.
No.
And
I'd rather have EC3 than Braun.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
It depends what they want to do with Braun. Also,
yeah. They keep in mind, he's the only big guy they really have per se. Aside from Lashley, Omos doesn't count because Omos is crap.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of get it. They do need their big guys back up. It's not Vince McMahon in control, but Triple H, I think, still likes that old adage that the WWE used to do, where we do have our big guys, we can make them monsters and yada yada yada. So Braun Strowman is coming back this Monday. Maybe he'll show up at Clash. Who knows?
Very possible.
Obviously, none of us are really excited for Braun. He's kind of a douche.
You guys maybe see a link with this Braun news, maybe something having to do with the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt. I don't know.
That's a bigger rumor. Possibly, but I don't know. I think if Bray comes back, Bray's just going to do his own thing. I don't know. It's possible. I guess that's that could easily happen. Maybe something during
Clash of the Castle, I think. Maybe
Clash
during
of
the main
Castle,
event.
During the main event.
Because we got a tippy toe. Triple H has got a tippy toe around. If he's going to make Roman lose the title, he's got to do it right. So I guess one of the right ways where the crowd won't be too mad, and don't forget this is in Scotland, so also maybe it would be good for Drew to win at home. It would get a crazy pop. And one way to do it without getting people too angry would be maybe for a return of Bray Wyatt and interfere in that match.
Even if it's a clean finish, I still feel like the fans would be excited, even if they weren't in Wales. I think a lot of, now speaking for all the WWE universe, I guess, but I think a lot of people felt that Drew McIntyre got the short end of the stick when he did win the championship during COVID and didn't get to experience the fans cheering him on and so on and so forth. So I think the fans would still be pretty excited with Drew McIntyre winning, even if he won cleanly. But that is certainly should be a fun match, I would hope.
I think so.
What is the other? Oh, Aleister Black or Malachi Black apparently had requested his release.
And got it, if I read correctly, no?
No,
Okay,
other way around. He was denied.
Okay.
He was denied his release. And as we reported last week, Tony Khan had sent a letter to Steph and Khan, Nick Khan, of course, saying, hey, stop tampering with my people. So maybe perhaps one of the people that Triple H or Steph was trying to contact or contacted was Malachi Black. And maybe Malachi Black got this whole like, oh my God, Triple H is empowered. Let me go back. Let me ask Tony Khan, so it's possible. And so I guess he might lose his match. Well, I think we're going to lose anyways on Rampage, right? Going against the House of Black, the Dark Order.
No. They lost.
No, it's they lost against so it's Dark Order against Best Friends.
Snap, yes. Okay, so much wrestling.
Dark Order, yes, with Adam Page.
Which they're still winning because obviously the story they're going to tell is
Adam
Elite
Page,
versus Dark Order.
Yeah.
Interesting to see what they're going to go with there, though. Will Adam Page turn heel and go with the Elite, or will the Dark Order as a whole group turn heel during that match? So that's a pretty interesting.
I'd like to see Dark Order come back as heels.
Yeah, I mean, we were in the talks of, when are they going to turn heel? They need to do something. Brody Lee, though, can we turn them heel now? What happens with -1? Yada, 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 yada. So I think it's enough time where, no, we don't forget about what happened and who is the leader of the Dark Order. But just for the sake of doing something, Adam Page looks like maybe might be the leader if they do end up turning heel. And I don't know, maybe he might be one of those people. I think we mentioned that before. He might be one of those people who's better as a heel than as a face, because as a face, he didn't do much. So
no, and we haven't seen him as a heel really in AEW. So
no,
I guess that would be a good way. I think if you'd want, a lot of people love what's his name, Johnny Hungy. That's it. A lot of people like him. So I think a good way to turn heel for that faction would be maybe to turn on Johnny. I know Johnny's a bit small. It would be hard single run. Morrissey, what do you guys think? Yeah, that was a surprise. I was not shocked, but I was definitely surprised to see. And don't forget the W in front of Morrissey, which makes it really awkward to chant. But W Morrissey back on AEW. But do we know if he signed? If he's all Elite or?
Well, there wasn't. I don't think there was an image for it, though. I don't.
The
think
usual graphic, right? Yeah.
Usual, W Morrissey, all Elite. So I don't know, but man, does he look monstrous?
Yeah.
I was almost upset at the fact that I'm like, Trips, if you would have called anyone and maybe you would have maybe it would have been W Morrissey. You know what I mean? That, like, you can maybe do something with him. Don't bring Enzo back or anything like that. Or if you do, just don't put them together. But man, he looked dominating.
Yeah, he did. He looked strong. He looked good. He looked in shape. He looked healthy. It looked good. It just looked a bit out of place to me for a go home show. That was kind of built around hyping up all the matches for All Out, and this one felt a bit out of place. So I'm thinking maybe he will have a role to play at All Out in interference or something somewhere.
Well, I don't even get why he went out and interfered against fucking what were they called?
The Trustbusters, no?
No,
The
Peter Avalon's team. There.
Oh,
I forgot
yes,
what they're
yes, yes.
called.
The wingman, the
The
wingman.
wingman. That's it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hey. Oh, sorry, same person. Jesus, vision problems. Gotta
One
forgive me. One job. Yeah, no. So really cool. I mean, at least we get to see Peter Avalon on TV. You know what I mean? I haven't seen him. Maybe he's been on Dark though, because I feel like the wingman's been a thing on Dark
Yeah, yeah.
and Elevation. So at least we get to see more people on TV. It was still a stacked card though on Dynamite.
What'd you guys think
Oh,
about?
yes.
What'd you guys think about Bobby Fish? I was
Oh,
surprised.
big news there too.
That I was surprised.
I didn't know he was
Understandable.
45 years old, though. I found out this today.
Oh, yeah, he's 45.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
good
I
for
didn't know he was
45.
Yeah. So apparently he started his own podcast called Undisputed, and he's been wrestling on the indie scene in the past few weeks. Apparently they're not renewing his contract, so I don't know where that stands with Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole and the Undisputed Elite. Last time we saw them on TV is when they attacked the Young Bucks.
Right.
I don't know.
But when is his contract ending? Why do I feel like it's so?
I think it was only a year contract, I guess, because he came in
Yeah.
a year ago.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yes,
it's true. It all out.
As of yesterday, he's a free agent.
Oh, as of yesterday. Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
August 31st was his last day.
And there was a comment that he did make, and I think this was on his podcast, that he would run into a wall for Triple H. So
Yeah.
he's very obviously a Triple H guy. I think a lot of wrestlers are Triple H guys just because, he's molded a lot of these people and respected a lot of these wrestlers for their belief in what they can do in the ring and so on and so forth. And honestly, let him go back with Strong. Trips can easily pick up Bobby Fish. Hey, you do something with Strong in NXT or something, or let's bring you up to the main roster, because I have no clue what Strong is doing right now.
What do you
I
want?
think he was.
It's because I think Diamond Mine is turning on him, so I wouldn't be surprised to
Yeah.
see him up on the main roster pretty soon. Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of them that are going to the main roster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't know
That's-
and we don't know. Okay, Adam Cole probably signed a more of a long-term contract.
I think
than,
he's 5 years.
Yeah, minimum 3 and maybe even 5. Kyle O'Reilly, we don't know also, because we know these guys are Triple H guys. Adam Cole always talks in high praise of Triple H.
Right.
But if it's a 5-year contract, a lot
Keith
of
Lee,
shit
I
can
believe,
happen
is
in 5
2.
years. Who?
Keith Lee is 2. So he has an every year. So I won't be surprised in a year or so we're going to see him ship.
Well, and the thing too is, like everyone, we've discussed Tony Khan's control of his backstage and all the shenanigans that happen backstage, and I guess it just keeps on continuing on because Tony Khan, honestly, just doesn't know how to shut up sometimes either. When he went to go talk about his defense with CM Punk's promo that he had on Dynamite. Because a lot of people were saying it was maybe too long, or there was a lot of back and forth with Moxley and CM Punk, and he was like, "Well, I'd rather give CM Punk an 8-minute promo than a Thunder Rosa an 8-minute promo." And I'm like, "Bro, why do you have to name drop your own fucking talent? First of all, to diminish anyone." I get what he's saying, and yes, I would agree. I'm gonna go if I have to pick between Thunder Rosa and CM Punk. Yes, I'll go with another 8-minute promo for CM Punk. CM Punk itself, but as the owner of this company, and these are your employees, shut the front door. You know what I mean? Like, just shut up. Like,
why would you throw your women's champion under the bus like that?
Under the bus like that. Well, he's not my women's champion anymore. That's why we're having a match on All Out.
So I guess now we know why Thunder Rosa was never on TV as champion. It wasn't. She wasn't in.
Well, look, and her promo
basis.
skills, and look, and I understand what he's saying, but it's just kind of like, well, dude, why are you just going to throw your own talent under the bus? You didn't have to name. I'd rather give it to CM Punk because I know it's going to sell a lot more than anything I could have figured out at the moment. You know what I mean? That's all you got to say. Yeah. You don't got to name drop. You don't got to be that maniacal. You know what I mean? You don't got to be that crazy and fucking ditch your own talent, especially with everything else that's going on, and the issues we had with Josh Alexander.
Yep.
Josh Alexander, and then you also have the issues with the whole Colt Cabana situation. Is it CM Punk's thing? Is it not CM Punk's thing? Yada yada yada. I don't know, man. I think Tony Khan just needs someone to control him and put him in his place and not be involved, bro. Just be the money guy. I know you want to be involved. You're a fanboy, but clearly, and you're kind of good at promoting, but I don't even know anymore with bullshit like this. Get yourself a PR guy to promote for you then, because that's not getting anyone in anyone's good graces. And Trips, if Thunder Rosa's not on a long ass contract, grab her.
I'm looking at contracts.
Okay.
And Undertaker's contract technically ends at 2034.
Uh-huh.
But Adam Cole ends at 2027.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah, so it was 5 years.
Andrade, it's 2024. Bobby Fish is this year, like we said. Brian Dallison is next year, next July.
Mhm.
2024 of July.
Okay, so it's 3 years.
Cash Wheeler is July 20 this year of July. So
2023, you mean?
22. So I guess they didn't extend it yet.
So they're working on on day-to-day contracts.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why they're not on the video game.
Maybe Jericho's
Snap.
Jericho's 2024 of January. Christian is March 2024. Same as Dax Harwood. Ethan Page is next December. That's a big one.
Ethan Page next December. Okay, that looks good. Triple H probably gonna thinking about him.
Omega is 2024. Keith Lee is 2024 or 2025 of February.
Okay.
Black is 2027.
Who?
Yeah, Black, you ain't going anywhere, bud.
MGF is January 1st, 2024. Miro 2026.
So no word on O'Reilly.
Wheeler, end of 2023. So
okay, so the Cash Wheeler is in end of this year. All right. And
End of next year.
End of end of next year. And you said the Harwood also is the same date. There should be the same
same date as same date.
Okay. So when you said Cash Wheeler, you meant at the beginning, you meant Wheeler Yuta.
The last one I said was Yuta.
Oh, Wheeler Yuta. Okay. So then, okay.
My bad.
So that's why I wanted to be sure. Okay, so now FTR, their contracts don't finish on the same on the Harshwood.
It's Harshwood. It's Harshwood. Where are you? Where are you, Jeff?
He's too busy making fun of you. It's a full-time job. It's
So that's weird that FTR's contracts don't finish at the same time. That's a bit weird.
I think they do. I just think you got confused with the Yuta.
Yeah, they finished the same time.
Okay, so Wheeler Yuta is the one that finishes now. That's in July 2022.
Give me a second here.
Dude, that could also not just be updated because I have it out.
Wheeler,
Yuta,
end of 2023.
Okay, end of 2023.
So he was talking about FTR being already done, which is why you made the whole thing of that's probably why they're not on the AEW video game.
Yes, yeah, yep. And that's why they never won the AEW Tag Team Champions again. And they have all the other belts.
And FTR ended in July of this year.
Okay, so that's why they're on a short-term contract.
But they also could be on a DLC package.
Well, yeah, but I think AEW is going to be like, hey, we have everything set up, but if you don't sign with us, we're not going to give you bonuses off a pure appearance deal either. You know what I mean? So that's now Tony Khan saying, well, the guys, you want that bonus deal? Sign back up. Yeah, I got 3 years for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably a negotiation ploy because how would you put Cody Rhodes in the game, which is in WWE, one of their big stars, and not put FTR, which is still in your company? it's probably trying to like you just said, trying to negotiate them to sign a new contract. But I don't think they really care about being on a video game. They just want to be known as the best tag teams in the world.
Exactly.
But
I mean, I would love to. I feel like I've never had them in a video game. Yeah, I'm sure they were there in 2019.
and
yeah.
2K 219, yeah, it could be, yeah.
Probably, but all right, guys.
Also, since we're talking about signing contracts, apparently, from what I saw today, Fightful is reporting that the Good Brothers were in negotiations with WWE because their contracts have finished with Impact, and apparently they have rejected. Sorry, is the word I was looking for. Rejected the offers of WWE because what they say is that they want the big money because they already were burnt once by WWE, and they don't want to they don't want that to happen again. So they're probably asking for a lot of money. So Triple H has probably said, "Fuck it."
Was it with Triple H or with McMahon? Because I think I read that. I think they talked when Vince was there.
I don't think so because their contract finished last week. That would be that would be tampering.
Well, I mean, clearly it didn't stop them at AEW trying to reach out to someone. So, and yeah, I mean, and I think Triple H would have like a safeguard for how much he would want to give them. I don't see them being the big tag team. I don't know. They just weren't nearly as good for me personally.
I was never a fan of them there.
Well, in WWE at least, I wasn't a fan
because they became kind of a comedic act. But I do see them in joining Finn Balor in the Dark Order, though. Wow, in Judgment Day.
Yeah, make their own little like Bullet Club-esque Judgment Day.
Because the day after they their contract ended with Impact, Finn Balor did post an old picture of all three of them together. Now,
okay.
You know how social media goes crazy with these,
of course.
Interpretations of these photos. It could just not mean anything. It's just a picture that he posted with his friends, but it could also be a little Easter egg that Finn Balor was putting there. But I guess we'll have to wait and see for the Good Brothers.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, I would say, let's do the Bullet Club, but they did the Bullet Club, and that really didn't work with AJ. It was kind of it was good for like the first few weeks, and then
it was okay, but the booking was horrible after a while. That it lost his interest. Yeah.
But that would be interesting to see how Triple H would run with them.
Yep.
If you give them the reins for that. Any other kind of news? Because we got.
Also, I heard Kenny Omega addressed the locker room after last week's Dynamite. Kind of gave like a what do you call it? A motivational speech kind of to the locker room. But apparently he was very hard on some people. Some people call it tough love. Other people called it a bit of like having his nose up on the rest of the roster. So we keep on hearing these that there's definitely starting to have a rift in the middle of the AEW locker room, and that Tony Khan should have to handle this because this could get worse before it gets better if he lets it go untaken care of, like he doesn't take care of it.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just there's literally no. It's like what Billy Gunn had said. There's really just no structure. He's used to structure in WWE, and when you have all these indie guys and whatever, and speaking of which, Kingston and Sammy Guevara did reach out to each other during this Dynamite and had a talk, and everything is good now. They both apologized, and that's great. Unfortunately, you're not going to get everyone to do it like that exactly, but literally you need with what that goes to with what Billy Gunn had said too. There needs to be some structure.
Yeah. Well, we had heard about this, about the lack of line of communication to Tony Khan was a problem. They tried to fix that with some new some moving around of executive positions, I guess, with Tony Schiavone and these new jobs. They're trying to open up that line of communication. But is it too late? I don't know. It seems like it's a recurring problem in the last few weeks. Is this rift in the locker room for AEW?
And I mean, people are going to take certain things a certain way. This is why I think the WWE had developed, at least backstage, the wrestler wise, have developed a WWE what is it, courtroom, or what do you call it, the wrestler's court or whatever have you. I think they've developed that in to kind of get rid of all this, intensity and this bad blood going around, and just calling it in a certain kind of meeting, and just dishing all the dirt. Let all the wrestlers talk. This is just amongst each other, kind of blow off a little steam, if you will. So maybe some people didn't take what Kenny Omega had to say of any kind of thing, because like, hey bro, you were gone for 8 months, where the fuck have you been? Like, you haven't been here, you don't know what's going on, yada yada yada. Now you think you're just going to come in and whatever. Some people might feel salty by that. Others might feel and understand the mutual respect that for everything Kenny Omega has brought to the business, and knows what he's talking about, and knows that he's been amongst various different rooms. Who knows? Right. Yeah. We don't know. Is he really cocky backstage? Does he still have this, like, I'm still the EVP attitude and whatever? Or has he simmered down? Is he one of the boys? Blah, blah, blah. So
I guess the rift we're seeing, and that keeps on happening, it seems like it's between the Elite have their half of the locker room behind them. I guess all the guys that were the first ones to be hired by the company when they were hiring the people.
Right.
And then you have the other half that are more behind the type of maybe CM Punk as that leader of the other side type of thing, where, and those are two big egos right there, Kenny Omega and CM Punk. So, unless you get them together for them to fix this problem, I only see it getting worse before it gets better, because those are two guys that won't give an inch.
No, exactly. And I think that's what you would need to do, regardless if it's, OG AEW stars versus ex WWE AEW stars. You know what I mean? Just, who knows? But something, somewhere, it was good that Tony Khan had brought a lot more people in. With JR, I think would know a lot about ego trips and so on, given the fact that he's worked there in the 90s and WWE and so on, and he's seen his fair share. But does he have it in him to really handle that now? Can he be that voice of reason? People do respect him, but, or do they consider him just, washed up and old? And I don't know, or maybe the younger superstars don't necessarily care about what JR would have to say or bring to the table, or who knows? There could be so many variables that go into this that we're not even thinking of either.
Oh yeah, it's your classic backstage drama, but slowly we saw with that promo from CM Punk, if it starts bleeding out into the ring, into the live show, then that's where it becomes more of a problem, and that's where things get worse. Now this week this week and the past week, the last 2 weeks we didn't see no out of hand or indirects from anybody. So I think he might have calmed things down, Tony Khan. But I guess we'll be seeing I think we'll see tomorrow. We'll get a vibe of how that locker room is, because last year All Out, there was a big. I'm sure you guys remember there was a big buzz around it, because we knew it was just a rumor about. Actually, CM Punk actually mentions it in the not CM Punk. What's his name? The guy that we did not know who he was until
Ace Steel.
Ace Steel, yes. He says that you've sold out an arena on a simple rumor, right? So that buzz around last year's All Out was huge. I don't see that same buzz this year, even though it's a stacked card. It looks like it's
14 matches. Fuck.
It looks like it's going to be a 5-hour long show.
It's 5 hours. I'm going for 7, buddy.
It starts at 7.
Yeah, so at least till 3. That's 10 plus 2. Oh yeah, it's 5-6 hours, maybe closer to 1 a.m. than midnight. But
we don't work the next day. Most people.
It is
most people.
For most people, for the general population. But I guess we'll see tomorrow. The vibe. You feel the vibe. You feel the vibe when the show starts. You feel the excitement in that locker room and in the wrestlers. So we'll see. But it's definitely a storyline that we will need to follow, because These are big guys. CM Punk is a big guy. We'll see. Actually, if CM Punk wins the title back, then I think things have calmed down and have smoothed over. But if Mox wins, then I think this bitterness from CM Punk might continue.
But then it's still there, right?
Yeah.
If it's still there. Like then CM Punk has also got to stop being a crybaby bitch boy, and be part of the team too. If that's the case, we don't know. I hope this has all been resolved before All Out and the result of that match. I personally think CM Punk is going to win anyways.
Yeah, me too.
Chicago, I just don't get why they did what they did with last week, and then they made Moxley win, and then this week open free contract, CM Punk promo. By the way, that whole fat joke, I broke 16 bones, but this fat guy in the audience,
was it the Cabana chant?
Yeah, exactly. So he was the one doing a Colt Cabana chant, and obviously
fucking pretentious fuck, man. Oh, man. Jesus Christ, is he fucking wow? He holds us a grudge for a long time, and then he regretted it. Huh? He did regret it after.
He did regret. He's like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
But I never understood that issue there.
Well, they sued each other, right?
Yeah.
So they were good friends. They sued each other because
they sued WWE together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when one was settled, the CM Punk one was settled. The other one wasn't settled yet. He continued, and then CM Punk stopped paying the lawyers when his thing was settled. So then Colt Cabana sued CM Punk, and that's when shit hit the fan.
Fees. Yeah.
But why did they sue WWE for?
And they were best friends. Well, because of a doctor, something CM Punk had something to do with the doctor that he said he wasn't hurt or he had to come again, but he was hurt. And Colt Cabana had something to do with that story. I don't remember exactly the details, but I know it's that. They are sued together. CM Punk settled it or came to an agreement, and the other one hadn't come to an agreement yet, but CM Punk decided to stop paying the lawyers because his deal was done. He didn't think he had to pay the lawyers for Colt. And then Colt, instead of this is CM Punk's side, Colt, instead of talking to Punk, decided to sue him for the lawyer fees instead, and that's when they hate each other. Since then, they hate each other.
Yeah. That's what
but I hadn't heard that it was a Colt Cabana chant that got him pissed off. I thought it was just some regular heckling, and he just now everything makes sense. It touched the button there, huh?
I honestly thought when that happened, I'm like, oh, he's starting to turn heel.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I thought that there was like part of that. Yeah, slowly he's hinting at the heel turn. Yeah.
You can't turn heel in Chicago, though.
No, that's it.
You know what I mean?
I think he will turn heel, but not in Chicago. That's why even Mox in his second. Well, even in the first one, but in the more in the second promo, you saw that Mox is taking the role of the heel in this for this week. Yeah. So
I hate Mox's promos.
No, actually, they were. I
don't mind them. I really like
them.
Yeah, because he has that crazy maniacal little you don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Like I love it. He's just so psychotic, and it's just up his alley. I mean, fuck, it's better than CM Punk's fucking Cody Rhodes fucking mimicked promo, trying to fucking cry and then whatever, and then Ace comes out.
That one too, I didn't understand.
I think it was what they wanted to do is more for a long-term build-up than what they did.
They did it too soon.
You wanted. It feels like they wanted to do the whole storyline of Punk lost his confidence. He's all feels lost and everything. And then bang, comes back. It's the great comeback story of CM Punk winning the title again. But you did that in one promo.
Yeah. You did that in 1 week. Yeah.
Yeah. So because if people remember from Friday Night Rampage, he said that when they showed the video of him in the doctor's office, he said it felt exactly the same way as when it was broken. That when he broke it. Mm-hmm. And then he comes out on Wednesday with no limping, no nothing. It's 100%, but it's a new 100%. What the fuck does that mean?
Very
It
true.
means it's never going to be the same. So
yes, I know what he
it's
meant,
good.
but, I guess he didn't
Like,
word it properly. Yeah,
Right. Fair.
but I was like, well, the first half of that promo, everybody here knows I can't stand CM Punk, but that second
Oh,
part
I
of the
didn't know
promo,
that. That's a new thing.
the second part of the promo was fire. The
Really?
second
Yeah.
part of when he accepted it, when he slapped, after he got slapped, basically, that was fire. But that first half of that promo was bullshit, man. That whole like
It's very Cody Rhodes. Yep.
yeah,
You seriously
yeah.
don't like CM Punk? This is news to me. No, I'm just being
But-
serious.
and I don't
Did
understand.
you not remember calling him a pretentious asshole last week?
Oh,
Oh, yes.
it. That's it.
That's-
Uh,
yeah.
and also, okay, I understand where they're trying to do with this, the whole storyline that they're trying to do. But then if that's what you're trying to do, the week before, you make him get squashed the week before,
Yeah.
and then he's not even injured. So, like, he got squashed, literally got squashed. He doesn't even have the excuse of getting hurt because obviously he's not hurt. So I don't know. You get squashed in 3 minutes, and now you get yes, I understand the whole contract left in the middle of the ring, but none of those other wrestlers in the back want a contract for a title.
Well, I mean, it's also Moxley, right? Because he
Yeah.
even said, and I kind of got it. I'm like, well, why didn't anyone else try and go and sign the contract? Okay, but I get it. It's Moxley. He's freaking crazy. You
Mhm.
got to be at a certain, you know what I mean? He even said it in that promo too. He's like, I don't care who you are. It doesn't really matter. You just better know who I am and what I'm
Mhm.
willing to do to keep this belt. You know,
He's a third member of the Shield.
he's the third best member of the Shield. Yes, according to CM Punk. Yes.
Yeah.
He's also the first champion of the Shield,
Of the Shield. Yes. That's true
the
too.
first one to win a world title.
Is he?
Yep.
Is that Seth?
Nope.
Nope. It was him. Well, I mean, unless you're talking about an NXT championship, sure.
No. Main roster. Yeah. Main roster.
Really?
Main roster. Yeah, it was Brian.
Dean.
It was Dean, and then Seth, and then Roman. Forever.
Forever. Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
Basically. So speaking of that, guys, we have a fucking preview to get to. So I feel like
Let's go.
we have to fucking do it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Because AEW is going to take forever. But Clash of the Champion only has 6 matches.
Clash at the Castle.
Castle, sorry.
Castle. Not chapter. I was like,
Castle.
what pay-per-view we watching?
Clash of the Champions Castle. Clash of the Castle, obviously it's in Wales, has a special start time at 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturday.
Are you sure?
Yep.
1 p.m.
1
4
Eastern.
p.m. 4 p.m. is Worlds Collide the next day.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Worlds Collide should come really close to, like, you finish Worlds Collide and bang, the 7 o'clock all out pre-show or 0 hour.
I'm not
should
fucking
start.
watching Worlds Collide. It does. I do want to see
Oh, it looks
fucking
good.
Ricochet versus
Work Collide looks good.
Yeah, versus Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes. That's
I'm-
someone said on Twitter, which fuck it is epic. This is the Austin versus Rock light for this is the Austin versus Rock for black like light skinned people.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh Jesus. But I'm like, okay, that's fair. You got Ricochet and you got Carmelo Hayes, both great wrestlers. Yeah, that match I'm really looking forward to. But I know nothing about Worlds Collide. So if we're gonna do Worlds Collide, let's do it. But you're gonna have to name me all the fucking.
But okay, the only thing that's really important for Worlds Collide is
Braun
that
and
match and Bates and Braun. The rest I don't think is anything unless you watch NXT every single week. I don't think it will be like of interest to people. If like
the triple threat match is interesting
with
Mandy.
Yes, like if you want, what will Mandy do? Is it time for her to come back to the main roster? Are they going to leave it on her? I don't think that Japanese girl will keep the. I forgot her name. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Will stay in WWE. I think she's going to go back to the Indies. She's been wrestling for like 30 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
So yeah,
she's
so
a
I don't
legend.
I don't see her staying with WWE at least for now. So I think what's her name? Blackheart is her name.
Yeah,
the third one, Blackheart, if I'm not mistaken.
who was in AEW before?
Yes, she has been mostly on Dark and stuff like that. But yes, she was there. I think they're gonna go with her. because I think
Michael
Mandy,
Santamora and Blair Davenport.
Davenport, not Blackheart. I don't know why I said Blackheart. Chauncey's in my head.
Isn't she? She's in all our heads, bro. She's in all our heads.
So that I think that's where they're gonna go with Davenport, and
I agree. I could see that.
maybe bring back, because now since Toxic Attraction is kind of hurt and kind of on the main roster.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're going to the main roster.
So I think if you want to continue that storyline and you want to keep Mandy relevant, I think would be now a good time to put her in the main roster. I think, and there's the tag team titles that could be interesting because I like Diamond Mine. But like I said,
Chance and Caden Carter versus Nikki Ash and Dewdrop.
Oh yeah,
that's the one here. Okay.
No, that's I was talking about the tag team championships, but the men, yeah,
okay,
yeah. But this one, the Dewdrop, it did surprise me to see them. Okay, because this NXT, since we were talking about it, since this last NXT, we had a lot of cameo appearances.
Right.
Yeah, a lot.
Most of them were kind of past champions, motivating the current champion of their brand or whatever to go win the match on Sunday. But when I saw Dewdrop and Nikki Ash, because if we remember correctly on the SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken, we already started seeing signs of them breaking up, like being mad at one another. So I don't know, will they use this to finally break them up, or something happens that Dewdrop is not happy with Nikki and turns on Nikki or something? Because I think we all agree that it's time for Nikki to go back to her old self.
Oh yeah,
superhero thing is done, and Dewdrop needs to be repackaged a bit more,
or go back to Piven there, or whatever.
Piper Piven, or and something needs to be done there. So that's why there's some interest there. The Diamond Mine, which I love, are up in for the tag team. I think it's a triple threat or a fatal 4-way. If you let me know there, JLB, I think it's
I have Gallus versus Pretty Deadly versus the Creed Brothers versus Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen for the NXT and NXT UK Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, that's it. So
I know none of these people.
No, you see, like Diamond Mine, I know, and the other Pretty Deadly, I think they're called. They have been on NXT not too long. They come from NXT UK.
Okay. Just picture Fabio wrestling with twins.
Yeah.
Hey.
But yeah, so that's not. I think Tyler Bate against Braun is going to be one hell of a match.
Yeah. This has less matches than Clash of the Castle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 matches.
Nope.
Damn.
So that's 5 matches.
I think Bates is going to win it.
Yeah, I think so. I think Bate is going to win too. I think it's time for Braun to come up to the main roster.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to. He's beaten everybody in NXT. Sorry, and he has the shape and the notoriety to be on the first on the main roster. So I think Tyler Bate can carry that belt for a while now, and it touches upon on something that Gunther said to Tyler Bate, saying, "I carried this belt. You did a great job. Some great past champions have held this belt. If you lose it, that history disappears."
Oh,
so I think it would be a great way to keep the momentum of, because if we remember correctly, this UK belt was around before NXT UK. Pete Dunne held it for like over a year.
Right.
Was bringing it on NXT, yes, was bringing it on the main roster even once or twice. So there's something behind, there's history behind this UK title. And I think by having Tyler unifying the titles and him being champion keeps that history there. So I think that's where they're going to go. And like I said, I think Braun can jump on the main roster with no problem. Especially that's Triple H writing the creative. Now.
Exactly. Especially that it's Triple H. And I guess we just did NXT indirectly there.
Yeah, that's Worlds Collide.
When worlds collide. Yeah, sorry.
Regal's son. I just wanted to mention that I had it on in my notes, and that's why I just said it. That he had a fight. Dempsey, I think he's called. Yes, Dempsey.
Yeah, Dempsey.
Against the Chase. Yeah, the leader of Chase University. Pretty good match. Man, does he look like his dad?
Yeah.
Man, does he look like his dad? And if he just has half of the career his dad has, he'll be okay.
Yeah.
So I found it cool that they're already starting off. So there can't be too much animosity there. I think between Regal and WWE.
Well, at least Regal and Trips, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think Regal respects Trips way more enough to
Well-
be like, hey, if you're in control of my son, I don't mind. You
I
know what I
trust you.
mean? I
There
trust
was there was a tweet that Regal said, saying that if AEW would ever want him to talk bad about WWE, he would never do it. He'd rather lose his job than do that.
Oh,
So
yeah, and he's a
Right.
classy guy. He's always
He's-
been a classy
yeah.
guy. So
So, and
That
I don't
doesn't
think
surprise
Tony
me.
Khan would be stupid enough to say anything like Regal. You got to do like no, Regal's not that kind of.
but I
guy.
wouldn't be surprised if Regal's going there soon, whenever his contract is over. Especially his son is back. And
I
Triple H is-
mean, either
I think
way,
he's-
Regal can go anywhere he wants.
no,
I
right.
think he's having fun with this Blackpool Combat Club.
He
Right.
really is. Yeah.
I think
Right.
he's really enjoying that part of what he's doing in AEW. So I don't see that, but you know,
No, but-
we never know when the contract's over. Anything could happen. So, but I
That's
think
it.
for now he's happy at what he's doing. Hey, listen, you got the Pure Champion, you got the AEW Champion, you got
ROH. Yeah, the ROH. Oh, that is.
Oh, you got the ROH champion,
champion.
and you got Brian Danielson. So you got a pretty top faction.
No
there.
champion, just Brian Danielson. That's all
Yeah.
you need, you know?
And probably the best wrestler in the faction is the only one that doesn't have a title.
Yeah.
But here we go. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to finish up on NXT, and congratulate Dempsey for his debut.
Yeah, and he obviously won that match, I imagine.
No, Chase won surprisingly, but that's okay. You know, it's his first
That's
match.
fine.
I
Yeah.
guess you don't want to put him on a run right away coming out. You know, because then when you put on as soon as you start on a run like that, it doesn't always work like it worked for Kevin Owens. You know,
Right.
you could die out right fast, and then it's really hard to get back that momentum. So it's okay. Your first match, you had a good match. He got in some offensive moves. Chase ended up winning at the end, but I have no problem because recently Chase has been given a little bit of a push.
Okay.
Nothing big, but he started winning. He was always losing for the first part of the year. In the last 2 months, he's been winning his matches, so it's okay.
I mean, it's his first match, anyways. You know.
Yeah,
what else?
exactly. People don't even know him yet fully.
Exactly.
I'm sure. So there's a lot of time to build up for Dempsey there. So yeah, that was NXT.
Boom. So yeah, NXT, WWE Clash at the Castle. Only 6 matches, surprisingly. Maybe a 7th, because of the whole tag team scenario. What happened? We obviously saw Aaliyah
Raquel.
and Raquel, which, by the way, fire match. Like
Yeah.
Raquel,
Yeah.
at least for me, me galore. I know she used to be great before, but I don't know. This match, I saw her really come out. I was like, oh yes, why haven't I seen more of you?
Yeah, I really like
So,
Raquel too.
Raquel
I would be lying to say I wasn't surprised though.
I was.
I was surprised. No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I was surprised. Like,
Oh, okay.
I really thought they were gonna go with Kai and Io there as
well,
champions.
but this is it though, right? So one, yes, everyone thought that Dakota Kai and Io Sky were gonna win. It was Dunsky's. They did a swerve. However, Raquel or Aaliyah pinned the wrong person,
Right.
right?
Right.
So when they tried to do a swerve on thing,
This is
they
Mr.
didn't
Costa.
actually pin. Yeah, I just saw his face.
Like what?
so it was the illegal person.
It was
Yeah.
the illegal person because I
Okay.
think I forget who they pinned, but I think they even said like I wasn't the legal person kind of right after it happened.
Well, because okay, let me see if I remember this correctly. We saw she was
Dakota.
in the corner. Dakota was on Raquel, right? And Raquel was in the corner, and Aaliyah touches Raquel's back, and then she goes and hides behind the apron,
Apron.
the ring apron, and then what's her face? She does the removal, but then the ref is not counting the 1, 2, 3. So then she turns around and bang, Aaliyah hits.
They pinned Dakota, and Dakota wasn't the right.
yeah, it was
Oh,
the
okay.
Sky.
Well, Dakota, that wasn't the right one. Okay. Let's comprendre.
Yeah, so and I think that's why they did it that day. One to do a swerve, but also two to maybe make it a championship match at Clash at the Castle, and then maybe we will see Naomi and Sasha Banks.
Because
At a
yes,
pay-per-view, why not?
But it's
that
a
makes
6-way.
sense.
It's a six woman match either way.
Oh shit! So
Whoa,
then we
whoa,
won't
whoa.
see that. No, because that's an entirely
wait.
I
different
was
thing.
like, wait,
Yeah,
yeah.
Wait
Yeah.
a second. Dakota and Io are in a 3-way with with Bailey and Bianca Belair on the other side with
Right.
Asuka and Alexa
Right.
Bliss.
Right.
So now they have the women's tag team champions. Aaliyah and Raquel are not on the card so far, right?
That's correct.
But they
They
can
could get
easily
called out.
play into that. Yeah, but they can
Okay.
easily play into that whole thing too, right?
Well,
Because
by
of
tomorrow
the illegal
only.
person by tomorrow. Maybe it might be a SmackDown thing.
Yes, it might be a SmackDown thing because I
But wait,
think it's
SmackDown-
much easier. Okay, go ahead, John.
SmackDown is already taped.
It's true.
Oh, right. Yeah. So weird.
It's true.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
So,
So-
this subject has nothing. Change subject.
Because okay, so I can see why they did this then. So definitely, what we're seeing in the near future for Raquel and Aaliyah will be the
rematch,
return
yeah.
of Sasha and Naomi. Now, what I find weird is that they're both baby faces because you can't bring back Naomi and Sasha as heels because they're
Right.
gonna get a huge
Huge
pop.
pop.
So okay, so they have them. Do you guys see a squash in this? Aaliyah getting pinned quickly, and that's why they wanted
I think that's
them
what
as
it is.
champions.
I wouldn't do that if I were them.
I mean, Aaliyah's trash. Pin Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Do not pin Raquel.
No.
Okay, she's not trash.
She's trash. Natalia is better.
Yeah, Aaliyah is definitely green, man. Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Green.
green. Yes, not trash. Trash is harsh.
I mean, there's green trash bags.
Yeah. And what's his name from Sesame Street was green, right? And he
Yeah,
lived
Oscar
in
the
trash.
Grouch, and he
Yeah,
lived in a
Oscar
trash
the
can.
Grouch.
I mean, shit. He's Seth.
You guys. are
Aaliyah
mean.
is
That's
Sesame
mean.
Street trash. All right.
That's mean.
But
Aaliyah
yeah,
the Grouch.
That's
Hey,
bullying. That's bullying.
she's
No,
a-
she's fresh. She's new.
She seems like she has a great personality. She's
Great
beautiful.
personality. Yeah.
It's just she's green.
She's
She's
just
got a
not
lot
there
of work
yet.
to do
Yeah.
yet.
Okay,
got
she's
a lot-
green. Yes, but she's not trash. Mrs.
Well,
Trash.
I mean, okay, guys. Do not tell me that at when was it? Oh, it wasn't on SmackDown, but it was the house show. Somebody taped it in Quebec City, and they sent me, and they're like, "This is the worst match of the night," and was Aaliyah back and forth. I don't remember Aaliyah putting on like a good match, like saying even sometimes you're green, but you book it in a way where you don't make her look too bad, but anything she does makes her look bad. So she's not there yet, and I think they gave her this title with Raquel to kind of put Raquel over a bit because
Yeah.
that was a great performance in that match,
Oh, that was
but
amazing.
also because it's going to be an easy pin for Sasha and Naomi over Aaliyah. Easy way to
Because then
go.
I feel like then you're gonna do Naomi, Sasha versus Bailey, and I don't know, let's say Dakota Kai or something, for the next pay per view at
Yeah.
Extreme Rules or something. Yeah,
Yeah. 'Cause then
Aaliyah's not keeping it for the next pay per view. This is Clash of Champions, whatever. We're gonna see what happens there. They're gonna. I think that's maybe what's gonna happen. They're gonna come out, say, "Hey, we won the championships," and then, boom, Sasha and Bailey come out because they'll still get a huge pop.
Oh yeah,
They'll still get a huge pop,
definitely.
or maybe they won't.
That's
do
why I
it.
don't see it being a big match because with two baby faces, there's not really a story to tell there, and
Right.
you want to put Naomi and Sasha over right away there. So I think that's what the plan was in their head because they got me, man. I was surprised. I think I really like the Dakota and Io as a tag team.
Yeah, they're
I think they have good chemistry. Their styles mesh together perfectly. Dakota Kai more of the rough and tough tumbler, and Io, her name says it, the queen of the Empress of the Sky, right?
good.
So I like that. So I think there's a future run, and I think they want to have that be a powerful faction. There's a name to it, right? They gave it a name, right? To this
Not
faction,
yet.
or not yet?
It's still going to be Control, but
It's
because
control,
they
no?
mentioned Damage Control. Oh, you're gonna Damage Control or whatever, and then they said something a la what's it called, Bliss and
Asuka?
Asuka and
Bianca.
Bianca. They made some kind of fucking reference to, oh, you call yourself Damage Control, or well, we're gonna something control whatever. So, but it's not officially their name. Like they're not
Okay.
coming out with that yet.
Okay, so we have no merchandise yet of that.
No
But anyways,
merchandise yet.
but what I meant is that faction. I think they have a lot of Triple H has a lot of hope in this faction, and I
Right.
think they could hold all the belts. Their tag team and Bailey holding the women's championship. So So I think that's why they wanted to do. They don't want to hurt that faction or that tag team yet when the other two come back because they want to give the championships to them. So it makes sense. Now that we talked about it and
then Sasha and Naomi are gonna fucking leave again because
they're gonna end up losing it.
They're gonna end up losing.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh, I mean, look, or you ununify the, or there wasn't even unified to begin with, right? Women's champ was always just a brand, or you make it another brand, or whatever. Triple H gives a compelling story, like, hey guys, this is what we're doing with this, and then Sasha will probably do you with a world title thing or something afterwards with Bailey, or whatever have you. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of things that could happen.
Oh yeah, but it seems like no, we don't know. We're intrigued because we don't know where they're going with these storylines, but in a good way. Back then with Vince McMahon, we didn't know where he was going, but it's because we didn't think he knew where he was going.
Right.
But at least now we don't know where Triple H is going, but we know it should be good. Then we want to find out where he's going. So yeah, I'm intrigued about that storyline there. I don't know if you guys are the same opinion as I am, though, because before Triple H era, this new era of Triple H, if SmackDown was definitely the better show.
Mm-hmm.
But in the past 3-4 weeks, Raw has been better than SmackDown.
Yeah.
I'm definitely remembering a lot more from Raw than I am from SmackDown.
Yeah, and once again, we had good matches, long matches, 20-minute matches on Raw that we didn't get to see before, and some were very, very good. What do you guys think about Miz? This whole Miz. Okay, let's try to demystify this whole Miz Dexter Lumis thing. So he doesn't. Yeah, it should be hard to do. So he refused to press charges.
Correct.
So that's why Dexter.
Well, because he was so traumatized.
Yeah. So now they're playing. He's the paranoid. He's seeing him everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but but Ciampa didn't see him, but everybody else in the arena saw him. But, okay, so I don't know where they're going. It seems like it's going to be a rivalry with Miz, I guess, but
I would think
I
so.
don't know.
Unless maybe a faction at some point he's going to turn Miz, he's going to control Miz or something. I almost feel like Trips doesn't know what he's doing yet with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still kind of just trying to feel what he can do. Let me just harass the Miz a bit more. So it's either going to be some kind of feud with the Miz, or he controls the Miz and he just really I don't know. There could be so many things. I absolutely loved him and Ciampa's chemistry together, though. The Miz and Ciampa, oh my God, they work so perfectly together.
Yep. And we didn't see this happening at the beginning. Tommaso with the Miz. But yeah, credit to Miz, man. Every time they do this to him, he makes it work.
He does.
So,
he really does.
With whoever they put with him. So so much enthusiasm for Miz there from Big Red. But yeah, the Kurt Angle Gable segment.
Shush.
Shush. And guys, you guys have to respect. There is an Olympic hero here and Kurt Angle. That was great. that was hilarious. I enjoyed. That was funny. I don't know. The opening up, I love the match. AJ and Ziggler, and on paper, it should be a crazy ass tag team.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. They don't seem like having a lot of chemistry together. I don't know. Do you guys even like each other? It doesn't seem. I don't know.
I blame the Judgment Day.
Yeah, everything the Judgment Day touches goes to shit.
Yeah. It's just shit out of luck. Oh, Judgment Day's in it? Ugh. The only thing the Judgment Day works for is Dominic eventually turning.
Yes.
And I swear to God, if that doesn't happen...
It better happen this Sunday.
Better happen
this Saturday, yeah. It better happen this Saturday. We saw Rhea kind of... Dominic with the candlestick. And Rhea kind of convinces him to hand it over.
Right.
And then the other two guys come in the ring and she backs away. So now we need 3 guys to beat up a girl. But anyways, I digress. the Kindle stick.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry, Chris Brown was.
no, it's not the way I meant it.
Wow.
I meant it for.
Wow.
Now
I
you
meant
need
to-
3 guys to beat up a girl. I could do it on my own. What the fuck?
Wow.
I mean,
I'm just
it's
teasing.
for storyline purposes.
I know,
That's what I meant. But okay, fair enough. But yeah, we could see the tormented mind of Dominic there, and we saw it in the backstage because Ray apparently chose Edge for the tag team partner to go against those
Judgment Day.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then he's kind of explaining it backstage. He's kind of explaining. That was another funny segment with the signs with Edge and Kurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. And he's kind of explaining to him that we go way back. This is La Familia, and all
Which
that
means
shit.
family in Spanish, JLB.
La Familia. Oh, nice. Good to know. Good to know.
I fucking knew this. Fuck you all.
But yeah, I think it's the perfect time since he's not involved in the match. I think it's the perfect time for the turn. I would be pissed. I know that everybody sees it coming, but okay, sometimes you can't have you can't swerve on everything, So,
Right.
This is wrestling.
This is just it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. We've watched wrestling for many years. We see the hints, But it would be the perfect time to do it. And I'm intrigued to see how Dominic pulls out a heel character.
Yeah, I'm curious
Wow.
to see maybe if that's kind of his issue. Maybe he'd be a better heel.
I just
I
hope he
keep
cuts his
mentioning this
hair.
every week. Well, what do you mean? He has a nice little hair thing going on now. No,
That mullet does not suit him at
the
all.
fucking mullet. The mullet's not
No.
bad. I think the mullet kind of suits him.
No.
I watched WWE Rivals on A&E this past
Yes.
week, and it was the Rey Mysterio versus
Oh yes.
Eddie Guerrero rivalry.
Mm.
And Dominic has a lot of airtime in that show, and I really liked him much better on that show than I do as a babyface. And it's not like he was acting like a dick or anything, but he seemed like at ease with himself. He didn't have maybe the constructiveness or he's not fitted in a box with his promos. I guess he was just talking about his Uncle Eddie and his dad, and
Right.
he seemed more at ease there and more of a cool cat there, So maybe if he goes heel and he could just turn his personality, that personality that I saw on Rivals, turn it up times 100 and put a little evil in it. I think he could do good, and that's why I'm intrigued to see what he can do as a heel and as part of the Judgment Day, because the Judgment Day needs a new start.
Definitely. And he also he doesn't have the greatest fucking promo guy to go to. He has fucking Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
it's not his forte.
so it's not his forte. You know what I mean? Ray can do it with him being in the ring and doing what he does in the ring. But yeah, it just goes to show you he's at ease. Maybe he's a bit still nervous with the camera and whatever. And, would be really cool. I'm very interested to see his Judgment Day promo on Monday Night Raw after he turns heel.
Yeah, he has to start. I think depending on I was going to say start off the show, but there's going to be a lot of things happening at Clash. So maybe not start off the show, but start off the Judgment Day promo has to be with Dominic with the mic in his hand and speaking right away, because right away that's what people are going to want to see. Talking about promos, me and my segues today, I'm on fire. Seth and Riddle, guys.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we set it up. So a kind of a fan or not fan or cell phone camera footage pops up that they got their hands on from a parking lot brawl between Edge and Riddle. Seth Rollins and Riddle. Then that's how they set up the interview. So they're talking both via satellite or whatever, or their cameras, and they go all out. And then you think, oh, that's cool promo. They come back from commercial, and when they went to
microphones
commercial
were
and they
still on.
the microphone, can you hear me? And he's like, can you hear me? And he's like, yeah, I can hear you. He's like, you want to talk about my family? What about how your wife left you, divorced you, took your kids and everything? You motherfucker! I will fuck you up. And they bleeped it out, obviously,
Right.
but everybody knew what he was saying.
Mhm.
I think that I want to see that side of Riddle more often.
I do as well. Yeah. This is the first time we kind of see him in a serious role, nonchalant. You know what I mean? So Yeah, that worked out perfectly. I don't necessarily believe his little anger though when he was breathing. You know, like I didn't believe it too much to that.
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
put a bit
this
too
looks
much on
kinda-
that one. Yeah,
I'm like, I don't really believe you're angry there, bud. You're kind of putting too much into this. But yeah, no, and it definitely added to one. I think that's gonna still be match of the night. So it definitely added to the match. It was almost an AEW like shoot promo that they would usually do. Obviously, it's scripted. I don't see Seth just randomly saying that, and
No.
like, so.
I
Yeah,
think even Riddle fucked up his line about being about Becky being the only man in that relationship. I think he worded that not in the
Wrong.
right way. Yeah. I think what he meant to say was there's only one person in your relation that can call themselves the man, and that's your wife, because it kind of like came out like you're
kind of weird.
Yeah. Like if you're
Well-
saying that Becky looks like a man or that can call herself a man, it was kind of weird. But whatever, it's live TV and shit like that happens.
Shit happens.
But
yeah.
but when they came back, they made it great. So
Yeah.
I'm really hyped up. That promo really, when they say a build up is supposed to you're supposed to get excited for that match. Well, that promo definitely got me excited for that match.
Oh,
And we can't forget that Riddle is a fighting machine in real life.
Exactly.
So Riddle can't fuck people up. So to actually to actually see that side of him come out.
Like, yo, I'm gonna
it's,
fuck you up.
yeah.
These hands are weapons. Let's go. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
So, and I definitely agree with you that they could definitely and probably will steal the show on Saturday. Definitely.
I almost want like a no holds barred match though.
Don't ask
You know what
too
I
much.
mean?
Now you're asking too much.
I know.
Well, because
like,
I don't know if the story. It depends. If the feud is over, then yeah, I would have liked this to be more of a.
It's not gonna be
that
over
type of
tomorrow
match, but
or
I don't think it's
Sunday.
going to be over to match. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I think that they're going to ride this until Cody's ready to come back, which is very soon.
wow. Okay. We'll see what happens. I just want a good match at that point.
Yeah.
Are you gonna watch the
Hey.
pay per view?
No, I'll be at work. Well, I'm gonna watch it at work. Technically, I'm gonna bring my PVR there and click it in because I have the WWE Network on my my satellite. My work TV doesn't even have the fucking WWE Network.
Good. You're working at work, or in your room?
No, I'm working at work.
Oh,
I go to work now from the office.
Oh.
I'll be watching it. Hopefully, it's a dead Saturday, and I watch the majority of it. But yeah, really excited to. I think that's going to be the match of the night. Another one that's going to be really good is Gunther versus Sheamus.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
Oh yeah.
hard.
We're gonna have some red chests there.
It's gonna be a snabanaka.
Slabanaka, yes, it will. Definitely back and forth. I think Sheamus is the perfect opponent for
Gunther.
for
Yeah.
Gunther. Yeah, tough guy, can take the beating and can give it too. So yeah, that match can definitely steal the show. That's two matches that can definitely be four
Four
out
stars.
of 5. Yeah, 4-star
Yeah.
matches.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the match that starts the pay per view.
Yeah, I can see it. One of those two can start the pay-per-view. I think one of those two will start the pay-per-view because you don't want to put one of those two before the
main event.
before the main event.
Right.
Because that would be hard to follow. Yeah. So you got to put one of those two as the first one and then the other one in the middle.
No, I think you're gonna get the Edge and Ray Dominic. No, that might be before the main event.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe
Yeah.
because that's a good place to put it.
Mhm.
Or you could also put fucking Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler because this match.
That's
should
gonna be
good.
that's gonna be a quickie. That should be a pre-show.
No, calm down. Not a pre-show. there,
Shayna should quickly win this one.
Yeah.
And then
If
we
she
should
does
finally-
not win this,
and then we should finally see Shayna versus Ronda.
if she does not win this, she was never gonna win the world title.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just think they're still trying to push Liv for some stupid reason, making her that ultimate fucking. Like, I'm so scared they're gonna ruin this by making her beat Shayna like perfectly and clean. You know, there's no bullshit.
By trying to
pin
put her
and-
over.
If she wins, it's not gonna be perfectly clean. It's gonna be a rope or a tight. Or
Well, it
whatever.
has to be if she wins, it has to be because Ronda comes and interfere, and Ronda wants to kick Liv's ass. It has to be that because a clean pin would not only destroy Shayna, but like character wise, but doesn't do anything for Liv. You fucked up Liv when you made her not cheat, because she didn't cheat, but when you made her win sleazily. Sleazily is not even a word, but in a sleazy way.
Sleazy. It is now.
Sounds like a candy. Have some
so-
sleazy.
And we saw that the next time on TV after that match, she got booed.
Right.
Right.
So Triple H sees this, the people see this. There's no reason to keep her at
You
champion.
gotta
I'm
give
sorry,
what the people want.
Yeah, you dropped the ball with her, and now you got to live with it. So I don't know how they're gonna go, but I think Shayna would be the safe bet here, unless they pull another swerve and like I said, Ronda comes.
If you don't make Shayna win, and you want to insist on putting and making Ronda interfere, you make it a triple threat for the next pay-per-view. Because I swear to God, and then you have either Ronda or Shayna win the title, and then we have a Shayna versus Ronda feud.
Yeah.
That's what
Let's
that's what you
fucking
want.
go.
That's not gonna happen.
It's gonna fucking happen.
Well, I
They-
think there's a
they're
good
so
chance of
close. They're
Yeah.
so close. Let's
think it's a good
fucking
chance.
go. Yeah.
that. I think there's a good chance. Yeah.
I won't be surprised if Liv wins.
Don't forget, it's the new era.
It's a new era. I know. I'm saying I won't be surprised if Liv wins.
No, I understand if she wins. What they don't want to look like they're throwing like they're giving up on her. So I understand that there's
But
a
I mean,
chance she
you
wins.
won't,
but-
considering she's very hard hitting. If you get the crazy ace of spades Shayna back, like, bro, then you have no chance.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Mm.
let's
Of
go.
course you
30
do.
seconds.
You have the creative on your
Shayna
side.
fucks you up. Yeah, the creative go to Shayna because goddamn you live.
No, I think Triple H sees this. Triple H, don't forget, when Triple H was running NXT, Shayna was top.
Right.
So
Right.
Triple H sees this the same way we see it. It's just, does he think it's the right time? And I think it's the right time. I think JLB thinks it's the right time.
Fuck, it's been the right time 2 years ago.
Yeah. So,
2 years. Whoa.
Bro, she's been good. You've
Been
been
average.
sleeping. Wow.
no, she was always good. And she got, and her, obviously her skills are not
NXT,
so
she was
bad.
amazing. Since she got up, she's been mild.
No, well, what about that time when she was fighting against Asuka and she was
Yeah.
the whole vampire thing? Bro, she should have won that Elimination Chamber match. She was fucking
Yes.
knocking everyone out,
Yeah.
and then she loses.
Breaking
to,
arms every week and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Like, let's fucking go. Give
What
me my
vampire
Shayna.
are you talking about?
When she bit someone's neck there. Who was it? Asuka, I think?
Oh, yeah.
One job, la. Why don't you go
Vampire.
watch more of the Miz matches?
Because I watch good wrestling. I don't know what you'll be watching.
Oh, shot fired. Blah, blah. KO versus Jey Uso or Jimmy. I always fucking get them mix them up. But that was a hell of a match.
that was a fun match too, as well. Yep.
Hell of a match. I love seeing the prize fighter back. I even love the fact that he teased his old finisher from when he was in the Indies, which was the package pile driver, which technically Vince McMahon had banned the pile driver from WWE. So I loved how he teased it. Didn't end up happening. He ended up winning with the stunner, but I love the way he teased it. So that KO is back. I'm just
And Sammy, baby. Like, are we gonna get Sammy
Oh,
KO
yeah.
versus the Usos? Let's fucking go.
The French Connection.
if you're not gonna put KO back in the title picture right away, then that's the way. That's what you need to do with him.
Yeah.
Have we even seen Sammy and KO in tag team on the main roster? Like
No, I don't think so.
like maybe a match or two, but not as a run. And you
Not
give
as a
me-
tag team.
Yeah,
Not as a tag
exactly.
team.
Yeah, you give me KO and Sammy on a
Oh my god.
as
Just
a
the
tag team?
promos, just everything.
Yeah.
The promos, the match work, the random stupid talking in the ring. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like that's
I
gonna be
loved
a
it.
good
I
time.
love the fact that they're teasing this. I love the fact that Sammy, because don't get me wrong, I've loved Sammy trying
Sammy's
to get into the bloodline. It's been great. It's been funny. His interactions with Roman have been amazing. But this would be the thing. And what if? And this is a big what if, guys. This is maybe my imagination now speaking out. What if they want to do a rivalry with Sammy and Roman? and maybe Sammy be the one to take the title away from Roman and being his first championship. Well, his first world championship, sorry. Like Sammy deserves it, but I don't know.
I mean, I would
That's-
be down. I don't. And I think that's slowly coming because we're slowly getting to Survivor Series, and I think by Survivor Series, Roman is no longer going to be champion. On
Well, they
either
have
one.
to do something because both belts are on the line this weekend, right?
Well, apparently, yeah. I mean, that
So-
could always change, and Pierce comes out, or Heyman makes a deal with Pierce, and we hear, oh, only one of the titles are on.
I think
Yeah.
I think McIntyre's going to win one, and sooner or later, Cross wins the other.
I understand that, but if they're both on the line, then you can't do that. That's like if
Right.
Drew McIntyre wins, bang.
Well,
he
then the
wins
Drew
both of
wins
them.
both, and he loses one later on to Cross.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
Okay. They would have to, yeah. Unless like JLB said, like Pierce comes and got word from the higher ups that they only want one title on the line, and
Because the USA Network wants a world champion. So
Yeah.
it's going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, Drew has to. I feel like Drew has to win this.
No, he has to. He has to.
Like, there's already been talk about it, and this was the first time that it was serious talk about Roman actually losing. So let's go. Roman doesn't need both, man. Like,
No, and he's done his 2 years as champion. What do you want to
Fuck,
do? No,
yeah.
You know,
you're not going to beat Bruno San Martino's record. Let's
No,
go.
no one
Exactly.
is.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think he's proven he's the top of the business right now.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else to prove, and you definitely want that crowd in Wales
Oh
to
my
work
God.
to work for you. So
For
for it to work for you, it's gonna look great in the stadium to have, I don't know how many people there is, but 50 or 60,000 people.
I heard
Popping.
I heard about 63.
Okay, so that's it. 65,000 people popping for Drew with a big win if they do it the right way. I think that's what they want. But there's still possibilities, you know. There's still the whole Bray Wyatt thing, and you don't know where that's
think
going.
Could Bray be the Joker?
No.
No. Yeah.
I think it's almost certain at this point. Bray is definitely going to go back to WWE. I don't see Bray in AEW anyways.
No. And I think Bray has confidence that he can exploit all of his creativity under Triple H.
No, that's true. That's very true. Yes.
So, and he likes Triple H. He always liked WWE. He thinks WWE has home. All the family that's been behind, that's been in WWE. So I think that's the way. The Joker, the person I would be least surprised for it to be would be MJF, because it's a good way to get him as number one contender and then face CM Punk again.
I just feel like MJF is going to come during the main event.
Yeah.
Though, you know what I mean? Like, I completely get MJF coming as the Joker. It's been done before as well, on top of that. But then what do you do for the ending of the CM Punk Mox match? You know what I mean? Does MJF just randomly come out again and whatever, does something? I guess that could happen too. But I just feel like if MJF's going to show up, it's got to be at a big moment, and there's got to be a cause of some kind of screw over.
Well, yeah, I think if we see MJF interfering, then Mox has to win for them to, and then CM Punk and MJF can go back to a rivalry. They don't really need a belt to fight over that,
unless they do. I mean, they could easily do that as well.
Unless
he actually hits Punk, so that Punk could win the championship, right? Because that's how it would work. Because they do no disqualifications in AEW. So then he goes after what? It's a legit thing. If there's no DQ,
well, it's very rare. I don't even remember when they disqualified somebody. So
that's fair. No, that's the whole point. They rarely use it, but it's there.
So if you go hit Punk and you make Mox win, or
I'm saying you make Punk. He makes Punk win.
Oh, he makes Punk win.
So that Punk wins the championship, and then MJF is just there, and like, let's fucking go, me and you. This ain't over. You know what I
Okay.
mean? They
Yeah,
can
yeah.
easily do that. Why Mox would just burn away and not do anything, I don't know. But I mean, I think the bigger story here is MJF versus CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think that makes sense what you just said.
it also makes Dallas, kid. It also makes Dallas.
What do you guys think about? Okay, I guess that was Raw. Yeah, because then it finished with the tag team. Yeah, and we already talked about the tag team.
Well,
What'd
we
you guys-
were kind of going through fucking Clash of the Castle there. No,
Oh yeah, yeah. It
Not-
was. Yeah,
I mean,
we were kind of
what did you have in
recapping Raw
mind?
by talking. Yeah, you're right. We were kind of recapping Raw by talking about Clash of the Champions. Yeah. Clash of the Castle. Yes. What do I have anything on? No. Okay, so I guess we could move on to Dynamite. And All Out. Did we give our predictions for All Out?
No.
well, we didn't even give our predictions for fucking Clash of the Castle, technically, did we? I guess
Well,
we did.
yeah. Yeah,
We
we
kind of did. Okay, that's fair. So yeah, Dynamite then All Out. I say that's a good order to do it.
What do you guys think about Bryan Danielson versus Jake Hager?
was decent.
Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be because Jake
Yeah.
Hager's in the match, but I don't know. Brian Danielson.
It was 10 minutes, 10
yeah.
minutes long. I found it pretty good. I think they told the story of the big guy versus small guy
They did.
pretty well. I enjoyed it, and Jake Hager doesn't get a lot of in-ring action.
No.
In AEW. So when he does get in the ring, I think they really had a good grappling back and forth at the beginning.
Right.
Jake Hager being the more powerful one, the label lock almost teasing it twice and then ending up hitting it. I enjoyed it. It was a good 10-minute match.
Yeah.
You know,
It was a
for
good story
TV.
told in the ring.
Yep, it was a good story told in the ring.
And then you
And,
add the Garcia scenario into that as well.
Yes, coming in.
Garcia has a match on Rampage, right?
Yes, against for the Pure Championship.
Yes,
against
that's
Wheeler Yuta.
gonna be fire.
And
Yes.
that's live as well, right? We don't actually have the results for that.
Yeah, it's live. It's a 3-day, the 3 shows at the Now Arena. So the Dynamite, the Rampage, and the All Out. So
Bam.
Rampage is live. So that match should be very good match. You know, I like the fact that Daniel Garcia kind
You
of
still don't
comes-
know where his head is in, or where
Yeah,
his head is at.
yeah,
now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's doing it good, man. He said on a podcast, I don't remember which one. He says he to get better in promos. He said he watched hours and hours of Jericho promos, but on mute.
Oh, for the facial.
Yeah,
Ooh, that is
and it
interesting.
makes so much sense. I'm like, fuck this guy. What is he
But on
saying? I
mute.
go back and check, and yeah, man, he's conveying more that emotion, more in his promos. He's getting better and better every week, and that makes sense. And this guy's committed to the industry. He loves
for sure.
he loves the business, you know. So I think that fire is gonna be that fire. That match will be fire. I think against
That
Wheeler
fire
Yuta.
will be the match. It's an inferno match of wrestling.
And I like the crowd's involvement in it. What was the chant? You're a wrestler.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like their involvement there. I like the little feud between Bryan Danielson and Chris Jericho.
Mhm.
That match
That's
is gonna be
also-
good.
That match is also going to be good. I think. I think Bryan Danielson can carry.
Jericho?
Anybody.
the
He can carry a
Lionheart.
mop.
Yes, he
So
can carry
I'll
all,
be
but I
able-
mean, he can carry Lionheart in the technical style wrestling match much better than Mox did.
Right.
Oh, 100%.
Even though Mox that match was still good, but Mox, we all know Mox can wrestle, obviously, but I mean, he's more of a brawler than anything else. And I think
can't
Daniel Bryan
stand
can
him.
bring that part out of Chris Jericho.
Mox
better.
is the same. Is in my list with him. Is
Oh my god, bro!
Oh.
But he likes Aaliyah. Like I can't take.
No.
I can't take.
No.
take your.
I did not say I like Aaliyah. I just
Oh,
said she's not garbage.
Well, there you go. So you like Aaliyah.
No, she's green. No, different.
Ooh,
She's
but Mox-
poubelle, vert
Mox.
poubelle,
Mox.
green garbage.
I
Is
can't.
in-
I can't. Before I
What
used
don't
to
you like
him.
about Mox? What don't you like
His
about Mox?
promos? He thinks he's someone that he's not. It's
I mean, he's someone who he is, though.
Tell
He
with his little
talks,
Twix.
bro. He's fucking psychotic. He was the
He's
lunatic.
not
in WWE.
psychotic. He's not
the-
psychotic.
He does whatever the fuck he wants. He gets into this moment where he's a lunatic. That's the role he's playing.
That-
And he
that's-
plays it fucking well.
He's been that all his career.
All his
It's-
career,
in
man.
CZW, he was
yeah.
literally.
I guess I never liked him then.
The Lunatic Fringe. Dean Ambrose was.
Yeah.
It's just it's John Moxley. Okay, I mean Dean Ambrose is John Moxley times or the opposite.
No.
Sorry, John Moxley is Dean Ambrose times 10.
Right.
But it was still the Lunatic Fringe. I think he puts on his promos are probably his strong point, in my opinion. They were always a strong point. I guess they were watered down a bit in AEW because he had some guidelines to follow. But his promos in CZW and now in A&E. A&E.
A&E.
Guy. He has great segues, but fucking tongue twisters.
Yeah, tongue twisters for real.
Yeah.
But AEW, but in AEW also his promos. That's what I enjoy of Mox the most.
No.
Definitely not his. He won't put on 5-star matches. He can. He's done it before, but very limited.
Oh yeah, in Japan.
Yeah.
Also, that Bloodsport match was pretty fucking fire.
Yes. He's put on these bangers.
He's not
but-
my cup of tea.
No, that's okay. I guess it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but
I'm still here. Just gonna go for a smoke because
No.
Raven. You can't stop me.
I'm there already.
Okay, Moxley. You can do whatever you want.
You can't stop me. I'm psychotic.
Yeah. Okay, that caught me a bit off guard, the whole Mox, but
I know, right? Fucking weirdest take in the world.
But DMD, we need to get back to Britt Baker, or what Britt Baker was originally.
Yes.
So I
miss
think
my dude.
I think we need hater to be a hater and turn
But see,
on
For
Britt and have that match.
for that four-way,
Hater to be a hater. How did
for that four-way, whoever wins that match is a good choice to be the champion. How I see it.
They will be the champion.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm-
But
I know
you
they're
mean
gonna
you
be-
mean that any one of them wins is okay as champion, right?
It's-
That's what
Oh,
you mean.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm okay with Tony Storm, obviously. Britt Baker's already been champion. I
Hayter.
absolutely love Jamie Hayter. So
I love Jamie.
so Hikaru Shida has been champion before. And I think they've kind of did her bad in the last year. She hasn't had the recognition she deserves, especially
Right.
as being their first champion. Was
No,
was
it
she the
wasn't her.
first? No,
No.
Ryu was the first, right? Or whatever her name is.
Ryu.
Rio. Her
Rio.
name? Yeah, Rio.
Ryu.
Right.
I was thinking, who the hell is Ryu?
Okay, yeah.
Hadouken!
Hadouken! Yeah. Yes. So I think, I agree with that. I could agree with that. That any one of those 4 wins is okay. Will be an okay champion. But if they give it to Tony Storm, which that would be my
Most-
prediction if I were to choose, I think it's time Jamie turns on Britt and go on a rivalry program with them two, because
That would be fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I really like Jamie Hayter. She speaks good. She doesn't speak a lot, but when she does speak, it's good. I like it. I like her wrestling. I really
Mhm.
like her wrestling. She seems like she's a tough one. She's
She's popular in Japan, I believe.
yeah, I think she did. She had a run there. Yeah, in Stardom, I think it was, if I'm
Right.
not mistaken.
Right.
So yeah, I really like her. So I would like to see a new Britt Baker, maybe, because what is she, babyface, or she's kind of a heel still, right?
She's in the middle.
Yeah, she's kind of in between
I
two.
think she's kind of still a heel.
She's
but-
more
Yeah.
a heel though.
So I think it would be perfect to bang. You make her turn, make Jamie become heel, and we'll get to see her potential, and Britt Baker be the real babyface that we all know she can be, obviously, because she has the reactions. She's over with the fans. So
Mhm.
I think
Well, as a
it's
heel,
time.
she is.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see what she can do as a real babyface. Would have the whole crowd behind her 100%. That's what I want to see. What here? We talked about the CM Punk promo already. I wrote here, lol, he makes me laugh, but I didn't write who made me who's the one that made me laugh. But
Anytime, Costa, anytime. I do my best.
CM
What-
Punk?
Was it CM Punk or was it Mox? Because it's right after that. It's my next note was that, but yeah, maybe I shouldn't drink too much beer when I watch Dynamite.
Yeah, it would help. It would help. He makes
Um,
me laugh. Or maybe you weren't even thinking about Dynamite. You were just. Well, I don't think it was
just
the
wrote
beer
it down.
talking, to be honest with you.
You read a text, I'm like, oh, he makes me laugh.
Wardlow and FTR. Okay.
I'm over Warlow.
Oh yeah, there's something we can agree on.
I'm way over.
They're really dropping the ball with him. They're really dropping the ball.
They
Ever
dropping.
since-
They dropped it and they left it in luggage in the airport.
Yeah,
Oh.
ever since that squash over MJF, it's been downhill since then.
Yep.
And I think I said it back then. Like, I don't know if this is gonna be good for him, because we need character development. We need a storyline in the ring. We need psychology, and we never got it with Wardlow. So people lost interest. I think that's exactly what happened. Now you need to give us, if you want to keep him as champion, then you're gonna have to get us to know Wardlow better and see what he can do in the ring, because I think he's good in the ring. I know they want that Goldberg feel with him.
Well, you got to turn him heel. That's what you got to do with him.
Oh well, yeah, that's a possibility.
You
I
got to
think-
turn him heel. It doesn't make sense for him. He's too big to be a baby face. I feel
Mhm. Yeah,
it's too much monster looking to be. You know, I know he tries with the symphony and whatever. the
Batista
Powerbomb
was
Symphony,
a face, and he was.
but Wardlow's bigger than Batista.
No.
no, and I think
Oh.
Batista was much better as a heel also.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
Batista was just funny, but technically Batista's best work was when he was a heel.
I think the only time I remember him and I enjoyed him as a face was when he was tagging with Ray.
Also, when he had that feud with Triple H.
He was
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. No,
He
he
was
was
kind of
face.
a heel.
It was triple. They turned on him, right? Or
Evolution,
no,
yeah.
they turned on Randy.
Yeah, they turned on Randy.
Well, they
then
turned on both
Batista.
though. Yeah.
Okay, they turned on both. Okay.
But
that-
I'm saying no, because that was the whole point with the "Give Me What I Want." He beats up Ric Flair to face Triple H. He was a heel. He was
No.
technically a heel.
You talking about the last run?
Last run.
Oh, last run he was a heel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay, I thought
I'm
you were
talking
talking
about the first
about
run.
when they broke up Evolution.
That's what I'm
Evolution.
talking
No,
about.
there he was a face. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
There were so many Batista runs.
Yeah, because we can't forget that. I know they want that Goldberg feel with Wardlow, but we can't forget Tony Khan can't forget why Goldberg was having these 3-minute matches. It's because Goldberg couldn't do anything else.
right. It was literally like
Like even you even see it in the Goldberg. I don't know if it's the Goldberg, but in one of these documentaries recently.
The legend. Yes.
Legends, yes.
AE.
You
He said
even
it.
hear Eric
I really
Bischoff
got to
says
start
it.
watching these.
Oh, they're
Eric Bi-
amazing.
Eric Bischoff says it. He goes, once we got to the phase of, okay, these 3-minute matches, we can't do them no more. We got to give them longer matches.
You
But
couldn't.
Goldberg wasn't even close to
Right.
being ready.
Right.
And that's when shit hit the fan because he couldn't have these long matches. And
Oh.
Wardlow is different. Wardlow can wrestle.
Yeah.
So put on a banger. I'm not saying for it to go half an hour, but
Right.
go 10 between 10 and 15 minutes with somebody that could obviously make him look even better.
Well, I mean, look, the last time I remember Wardlow being, the most memorable match for me with Wardlow was him versus Cody Rhodes
Yeah.
At the
in that
cage.
steel cage. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that was give me more of that Wardlow, and you wouldn't people wouldn't lose interest in him. But you're squashing him. All he does is the Powerbomb Symphony, and that's it. It's over. And people don't care about that.
And stop beating these nobodies. Can we please stop just beating
Yeah.
nobodies? This is done with. Like I have to say this because I remember I used to say the same shit when WWE did it with Braun and everyone else. It just would go too fucking long. You need a storyline. And I think honestly, maybe with MJF, with that whole, stuff that happened with MJF, some of it was legitimate, and that kind of maybe fucked that up. And he had even mentioned that, he was going through some shit too. And then MJF stuff happened. And during that match, and then after that, they just didn't know what to do because I don't know, who knows? Maybe MJF was still going to somewhat be involved with that, too. So
that could,
I don't know.
That could
Maybe
very well be. And, you want to have with these matches with nobodies, it's okay while he's not champion.
Right.
But this is the TNT championship.
Yeah, you fucking beat Scorpio Sky, no fucking problem. I'm still pissed at that shit.
Yeah. And now you're fighting. It's supposed to be, and the TNT title is supposed to be an open challenge title. Right. So you're supposed to fight it on TV almost all the time. If I remember correctly, Cody and Brody were almost fighting a week in, week out for that with that title. So come on. It's time you do something with Wardlow. I understand you want to throw FTR in this match at All Out because they're probably the most popular tag team, if not the most popular, at least the best tag team in AEW. And so you want to have them on the pay-per-view because they already weren't on Fight Forever. So apparently that caused a bit of heat backstage. So you want them on the pay-per-view, so you put them in a useless trios match with Wardlow.
What's
Who are they facing?
The Guns.
Useless.
Yeah, exactly. The Guns?
Lethal and the Machine Guns.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Not
yes,
fucking ass
right.
boys. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Jay Lethal and the Machine Gun. Motor Machine Guns, yes.
Motor Machine Guns.
Motor City Machine Guns.
Motor City.
Thank you, JLD. Which I think they could pull off some great spots in that match.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I think the Motor City Machine Guns are in this match to take a pin.
And get a pay. Obviously. I think even Alex Shelley has like a regular job, which boggles my mind. He appears on Impact and but whatever, maybe it's a job he really enjoys. Who am I to judge? But I'm saying, I found this out this week, and it was really.
What does he do? Do you know what he does?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say. They were saying that's why he wasn't on. When did they appear? That Jay Lethal mentions that it's going to be.
Was
it last Friday? Yeah, that's it.
It was
last
Friday.
Friday. Yeah, it was on Rampage. So apparently he couldn't be there because he was working, obviously, and that's what I read, and that's why Chris Sabin was the only one that was there. But he's going to be there. He doesn't work on Sunday. He'll be there for the All Out match. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think they're there to take a pin one way or another. What do you guys think about? I really liked how they built the whole Dark Order story.
Mm-hmm.
So at first, it's kind of like Evil Uno there with Preston Vance, number 10, with the crutches. So we find out that Preston number 10 can't be in the trios match. And it kind of seems like Evil Uno is kind of announcing that he will be the third member here. And
but Andrade says, no.
And beats them up and injures Evil Uno. So then later on, we get another segment where finally we get that Adam Hangman Page coming and saying,
that's it. So Johnny Hungy and
saying they can take on by themselves. Exactly.
By themselves. Adam says, no, I'm going to come with you guys. So obviously with that happening, Best Friends is going to take the L.
Yeah.
Dark Order versus.
That's the only thing I didn't like about that promo is they kind of gave it away that for the match on Rampage. Yeah. And I understand you couldn't. I would have preferred having that match on Dynamite and being set up so you could build up for the match on Sunday. But I understand the brackets. There was a Dynamite bracket and a Rampage bracket, so I understand that part of it. But that kind of sells the finish right away. But it's okay, I guess. The story, the important part will be the story that they tell in the ring on Sunday between the Elite and Hangman Adam Page. Be kind of this love-hate romantic story.
This bromance.
Yeah, this bromance thing. So
what happens there, though?
I'm really
like, if Dark Order turns heel, then is that like the Dark Order win? Does Adam Page just turn on the Dark Order and end up being Elite, and that's what makes the Elite win? Like,
Mm.
what is going to happen? I don't know. I couldn't even.
I think they're gonna go with he turns on Dark Order, and he becomes a heel with the Elite. I know that a bit.
aren't the Elite face right now?
Mm,
They're still technically a heel. You still have Kenny
Well,
Omega come out.
Kenny
with-
Omega is definitely a heel.
Kenny Omega's a heel.
Yeah, but they always
Uh,
cheer for him now.
Well, yes,
that's because he's back and he's
'cause
fucking
back. And
Kenny
it's
Omega.
He's Kenny Omega, exactly. But he's definitely heel. You hear them like this week. It was his entrance or the introduction of Justin Roberts was basically just saying how much Kenny Omega is better than Will Ospreay. And gives more charity, gives more this, does more this, does more
Which is
that.
hilarious.
It was a pretty good. It was pretty good on intro there.
In North Carolina.
Yeah, Billing, not how does he say it? Not from North Carolina, and they just love saying North Carolina, but it's really
They're not from there. Yeah, he's not from
Yeah.
there. Like,
It's really hilarious. I love the story that they told. This match, now that we're talking about it, this match was fire.
oh my god.
Last week's match was fire, but this week was even more. Will Ospreay
Match of
last
the week for me.
Yeah, but I think 2 weeks in a row, Will Ospreay can have match of the week.
Yeah.
That trios match last week against Phoenix, against the Lucha Bros, Death Triangle was amazing. And this week was maybe not as many spots, but the
There was
storytelling.
enough
and the
spots, man.
No, there was
enough
spots. There was definitely
There
spots. There was
yeah.
definitely spots. But I mean, I enjoyed more the psychology and storytelling of this one. Really enjoyed them taking out the compressor shirt. Yeah, I think that's what they call it. I'm not 100% sure, but they revealed all the bandages and the cup therapy, suction therapy that he had, and
Right.
his shoulder taped up. I think they told that story pretty well. And
Very well.
Will Ospreay, man.
Yeah,
Like-
he's and what's his face said it the best. I don't think you're the next Kenny Omega. You're the Will Ospreay. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You're
yeah.
not being anyone else. You just you. You're your own original fucking amazing wrestler. And that was Kenny Omega's guy saying it. I forget his
Don.
name. Don Callis. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
That's why I'm
fucking
here.
fire.
I think he's Ricochet, but like better even. Like I think he's a better technical wrestler than Ricochet is, but he has all the high flying that Ricochet can do also. So
Yeah.
The way they reversed that Meltzer driver
Mm-hmm.
by giving him, when the guy jumps, he gave him a cutter, and then they
Right.
twisted it around. Then he gave like the shooting star press into a driver. That was insane. And I just found out that they did the exact same move, but it was a tag team. No, it was a trios match in PWG against the Young Bucks in 2016. They pulled that same sequence exactly. And the
shit.
video I saw on Twitter was one on top of the other at the same time, and it's the exactly same sequence. But just instead of being in front of 200 people, now it was in front of 10,000 people.
Damn.
So yeah. Will Ospreay, I know he signed with the New Japan and everything, and I know New Japan was pissed last week when I think it was Excalibur or somebody. No, I think it was JR said AEW should sign this guy, and apparently New Japan was pissed about that because he's under contract. And but then JR explained that no, it wasn't that. I didn't say it in that way. I said it in an endearing way, to like, he's so good that we should sign him. That's what he meant. So then they sent out a letter and they apologized and all this, New Japan. But yeah, AEW
I think you
should
just realized Jared doesn't know what the fuck he's talking
yeah,
about. at the time,
at
so,
this
yeah.
point, at this point, yeah.
Just let it go. Just
But AEW should definitely sign Will Ospreay.
definitely.
Whew.
Pay him
Wow.
all kinds of money. He's
Did-
worth every penny. He's
Oh,
worth
yeah.
all your money in your bank account. Tony Khan, just fucking, fend for yourself for a few years. You'll be fine, bud. Just sign with Ospreay.
Yeah, and if the problem is the scheduling, because we know he said this in before,
Yeah,
he loves
that's
the New Japan schedule.
Right.
But work. I'm sure there's a way to work around it, and that everybody will be happy because they teased it, obviously, and everybody wants to see this match. But that's Kenny versus Will Ospreay.
That might be maybe in New Japan in November, for their Forbidden Door.
Oh, they're doing.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not confirmed, but it's kind of confirmed.
It's-
Yeah.
okay, we're working towards.
It's
They're
com-
working towards that.
It's
Uh,
confirmed they're doing it in the second one.
Forbidden Door, AEW, and New
New
Japan, but in Japan this time. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
We
That
don't-
would be
well, I
a
don't-
perfect.
I don't know if it's in Japan, but
because
I
Will Ospreay,
imagine it would be in Japan for sure.
in the last 3 weeks, Will Ospreay has had maybe 3 match of the year candidates.
Yep.
So the trios match last week, the trios match this week, and the G1 final against Okada, which Dave Meltzer gave a 7.
7. Jesus.
No,
I still
6.5.
gotta watch it.
7 only. Kenny Omega and Asuka have a 7. He's right one level underneath. I think it's 6.5 or 6 3/4 for Okada, Will Ospreay.
6 3/4.
And the way they, I'm gonna talk about this just for 2 seconds, guys. Give me a second, because that match was fucking fire. And the way they did it was Will Ospreay kind of looked at all the matches of Okada and everybody that beat Okada.
Okay.
So he tried the Styles Clash. Okada kicked out. He tried the V Trigger. Okada kicked out.
Oh, that's a great storytelling. Okay.
Yeah, it was great. There's another 2. He tried another 2 moves of guys that have beaten Okada. So the V Trigger from Kenny, the Styles Clash, Ibushi. I think Ibushi's finisher, Kota Ibushi, and another one. But that match was fire. And don't forget, this guy, that's a 15, 12-hour flight?
Yeah.
Japan, flying back and forth like this, takes a lot out of you. And for him to perform like this in between with those 3 matches, guys, I think there's, if Roman wouldn't have this 2-year run, I think there's a big play here for Will Ospreay to be Wrestler of the Year.
Oh, I figured even with Roman's run.
yeah.
No, he has a good chance one way or another. I think obviously Roman, there's competition there with Roman because Roman has been.
This was the finals of the G1, huh?
Yeah, the finals. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to fucking try and find that. Yeah.
and it's only one match. So if you out of all the G1, which this year is a bit different than usual, I was a bit confused. There was no. It was mixed matches. Usually was they have block 1 and then block 2 always
Right.
different blocks on each night. This was kind of mixed up, so every night you didn't know who was gonna be the matches. But if there was only one match to find to see from the G1, and if you only have one, go watch that one because you will not be disappointed. Guaranteed.
I have one here that's 18 minutes. Would you say it was 18 minutes? I don't think this was it.
I
Oh,
don't
never
think
mind.
so.
This is a highlight of everything.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It was probably closer to an hour, man.
Oh my God.
Maybe not an hour, but 45 minutes, I would think, around there. Maybe, like, I don't know. It passed pretty quickly because it was such a good match, but it was long. You felt it was long. It wasn't the regular. Yeah,
It passed quickly, but it was long.
yeah, but like you're enjoying the match. That's what I mean. You're enjoying the
No,
match.
that's fair.
Everything is like the spots are continuously one after another. It was good. The storytelling was great, but you knew that it was longer than a 20-minute match there for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yep, that's it because that was the main event. Justin, I have here in my Justin Roberts intro. Lol. That's at least there I wrote his name.
Not North Carolina.
Uh,
Yeah, you definitely wrote his name there. Good job.
okay, so let's go with predictions, guys.
Let's do it.
You got somebody have the
Jesus.
card in front of them?
Oh my God, it's 57. Okay, I gotta try to
that's
find it later.
57 matches. 57 matches, 57 minutes. Damn, my
50
tongue.
Fuck. Yes, so I do have the matches.
Okay, so let's
was
go.
Smart enough to. All right, so let's kind of do it. Holy moly! So 14 matches, guys. 14 matches.
That's
3
a lot
on the
of chicken
pre-show.
wings. That's a lot of chicken
Three.
wings.
Yeah, 3 on the pre-show. Chicken wings. I think I'm gonna have to order some chicken wings.
Go
So
buy
3 on the
one.
pre-show.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go buy them. You're right. 0 hour pre-show. So first we're gonna have the All Atlantic Championship, where we get Pac versus Kip Sabian, which honestly was the first time me seeing this yesterday on Dynamite with the promo. Really happy that they're finally using Kip Sabian, and we don't have to see him in a freaking
That's-
box head anymore.
Well, yeah, because that's the story, right? He's been
That's his whole
following. He's been following. What's his face? Pac throughout Europe and all these places where he's been defending the All Atlantic
Are
Championship.
we
And
writing
always
this
trying to have a
down
match.
or no?
Okay, do I have a pen with me?
That I have no paper on. Everyone.
I have paper. Okay.
He has paper, no pen. Is
I have the
Yeah,
pen. Here.
he has the
good.
pen. It's
I'm good. We're good. So, Kip
Kip versus
versus
Pac.
Pac.
for the championship, All Atlantic Championship.
I got Pac.
Back. And then we got JLB.
Honestly, I'm kind of down for Kip to win it. I kind of like his new gimmick, his new style. This is completely different from when we last saw him before the boxed head. I want to see what Kip can do. Kip, I think, has been wrestling all across fucking North America and elsewhere anyways. So I'm going to go with Kip on this one. I really like his new gimmick.
Yep. And he's been out for a while. I think you can reward him with a little push there.
And bring Pac back kind of thing.
Because this guy, the guy who has a title, will have to be away from TV for a while because he's going to be defending it everywhere. Yeah. I guess it's a good choice. You had you said Big?
I said Pac.
Oh, you said Pac.
Pac.
I was gonna go with Pac, but I think JLB just convinced me, so I'm gonna go with Kip. All right, I'm gonna go with Kip. What do we got? The second one.
The second one we have Hook versus Angelo Parker for the FTW World Championship. Who is Angelo Parker again?
The 2.0 guy.
2.0. Hey, there's the sports entertainers. I forgot this. I mean, in my heart, I want to say Angelo Parker.
No, it's gonna be a Hook. It's gonna be a Hook. It's gonna be fast and easy.
It's definitely gonna be Hook. I'll say Hook because if this is DraftKings or something, I'm Hook.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys go with Hook, huh? Ooh,
you think you got the sports entertainer?
I don't know because I see a rivalry there between Jericho Appreciation Society and Hook maybe going forward.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll go outside the box here and I'll go with the Magic Hands.
Magic Hands, hey.
With Parker.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for that. I think they need to do something with Angelo Parker.
Yeah. And with Hook too.
And with Hook, you know what I mean? Get fucking, that whole thing with Danhausen was great, but that was short-lived.
Yeah. And even Danhausen is losing a bit of steam there. So
I don't think he's losing steam. It's just
he still has his fan base, obviously. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Then we got Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston on a pre-show.
Wow.
I got Kingston.
Wow.
Tomohiro Ishii is the guy who just is strong style, right? The guy with the baby underwear.
No.
Yeah, he looks like he's wearing diapers there.
Diapers,
no, that's you're talking about Suzuki. You're talking about Suzuki, yeah.
Oh,
Tomohiro Ishii is
they
the guy,
already.
The short and stocky guy with looks like he's wearing diapers, bald guy.
He looks like a pit bull.
Yeah, isn't that the same guy?
No.
You're talking about Suzuki's the guy with spots in his head. Yeah,
Yes.
The guy that fought Mox and yeah.
Yes.
Tomohiro Ishii is the small, stocky guy. He's wearing. He looks like he's wearing like a sumo kind of like a belt. But he's very like hard hitting.
Confused both of them.
If you see him, you're gonna know who he is. He looks like
you'll know who he is right away.
His nickname is a pit bull.
The pit bull. Okay.
He looks like a pit bull.
I'm gonna go with Ishii because I feel like they still got to teach Eddie Kingston a lesson.
Yeah, I think it's still punishment. Yeah.
I got Kingston.
Okay, so King, and we go with Ishii, and Ishii for me too.
Sounds like you're ordering sushi.
Yeah. Okay, main card.
Main card time. So we got Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
I got Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
I got my Ricky boy. I got my New Orleans.
It depends if the storyline is to continue, then I would go with Hobbs. But if they're gonna end it, Starks needs the victory.
Too hard on this, man. Come
on. So you went with Starks?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Hobbs.
Jay?
I think they're
Jay's still thinking.
You give it to the heel.
I think you have to go with well, Hobbs is the heel. Okay. I think you go with Starks. I don't know, man. I feel like Starks has a. I mean, you kind of need to push both of them, so I don't
Yeah.
get why they're facing each other.
Guys, it sounds like you're picking your side dish of your meal here. Let's go.
I'm picking a side dish of my meal. I just had my Ishii. Now I want my Starks. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Starks.
So Starks, and I go with Hobbs. All right, second match.
Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaimed. Listen,
Scissor me.
scissor me,
Ooh.
daddy. Yes.
I think they're just there for the freestyle, but
Yep.
so,
Swerve in Our Glory is gonna win.
yeah.
I see them breaking up, man.
Who? Swerve and
yeah.
Keith Lee? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I could kind of see that happening too. There's no real, it's just they're kind of going nowhere though. They're not really doing anything for the tag team championship.
It's gonna be the scissor. It's gonna be Acclaim, and then the.
I
then
think the Acclaimed would add more to it.
Yeah, and then they're gonna have a few with the guns for the tag team titles.
I wouldn't mind it. Keith
And
Lee
I
does not need
and
to be
I
a tag
say
team.
that Billy is all this is all work, and he's gonna help his boys win the title.
Yeah, but that's foresight galore, though.
I'm foresighted. If you could double think about your decision, I could foresight.
That's fine. That's not a
Okay,
bad thing.
so we got Swerve in Our Glory for JLB, or are you changing that to the Acclaim?
Jesus Christ.
The Acclaimed. The
Okay.
Acclaimed. Yo, listen. The
Yo,
Acclaimed.
listen. I'm gonna go with the Swerve in Our Glory. Okay, Swerve in Our Glory. There we go.
Okay, I guess we'll do this first. World Trios Championship Tournament Finals. We kind of already maybe mentioned it, but the Elite versus the Dark Order. Or, well, hold on. Yeah, so it's the Elite versus the Dark Order or best friends, but we obviously know it's most
Elite.
likely going to be the
Yeah,
Dark Order.
exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Elite here.
Me too.
Yeah, I think it's the Elite. It would have to be it would have to be the Elite. I feel
That's
like
the only one that I'm double thinking.
I mean, to win the trios, I don't see it being the Dark Order. It would give them a huge push, though.
Yes,
that
it would.
would solidify something that the
You know
Dark
what?
Order is the force to be reckoned with.
Put me with Dark Order, Costa.
Ooh, the first one that we had a unanimous prediction.
No,
Yeah, he's
I'm-
like,
we
no.
just lost
He's like,
it.
unanimous. Fuck that. Let me put a red mark on
No,
that.
I'm going with my gut feeling.
Okay, so then Acclaim, and you, Jay.
Nah, we got to do the Elite, baby.
Yeah.
No way Kenny's fucking losing that shit.
Elite. There we go. So that was the trios.
All right, now we got the casino ladder match, huh? We got Claudio Castagnoli versus Wheeler Yuta versus Penta El Zero Mito versus Ray Phoenix versus Rush. This match sounds fire.
Rush.
Versus Andrade El Idolo versus Dante Martin versus the Joker. What the fuck is up? This match might be the match of the night. Like,
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
we prepared from some big spots in that match.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
This one I have to think.
I almost think I know who maybe the Joker might be.
Oh, what do
Who
you
is the
think?
Who do you think the Joker?
I don't think it's going to be anyone too crazy, but he would be if they go with what they have here based on the people. I think we might see Mr. Grand Metalik.
Oh, but didn't he sign with Impact?
Yeah, he signed with Impact.
No, I don't think he signed with Impact. He just did like a a Mexico show though for Impact.
Oh,
But I don't think he signed. I don't think it was official that he signed.
Could it be Moss? Could it be Big Cass? Sorry, I forgot his name right now.
I don't.
Yeah, but it's so weird to put him in this kind of match. He's bigger than everybody.
And I think he'll slow everybody down in this
Yeah,
match. So,
okay.
and I think they would have, if that would have been the case, they would have just brought him at All Out. They would have brought him before.
That's true. That's true.
Because Tony Khan did mention this week on Busted Open
Radio or open, yeah.
that this is a new phase starting at All Out
Yeah, it's gonna be the best roster ever, whatever that's.
Yeah,
supposed
it
to be.
will have the best roster in the business. So I think it's going to be somebody new. If it's not somebody new, it's got to be MGF. But I don't know who this new person will be.
Not with these people, because I didn't even realize all these people were announced for this match. I thought only 4 of them were, but I guess it was just the 4 out of the 8 that was going to be there that they showed. I don't know, man. MJF's would seem weird to put in this. Like,
Yeah.
there's no story for him to tell with these people.
I'm going to go with the Joker.
Samoa Joe
Oh, that could be a possibility. We haven't
for
seen him in a while.
the Claudio Castagnoli. They make it a thing. They do something for ROH. They announce an ROH thing.
You could choose what title you want to face. Yeah.
you can. Yeah,
Yeah, I could see that happening. I'm going with the Joker.
I'm gonna go with
Whoever-
the Joker. Yeah.
Whoever
Yeah, I'm gonna
he is.
I feel like
Uh,
they always make the
he-
Joker win.
my thing is, I'm thinking about Andrade because he hasn't had a big push yet.
Mm-hmm. That was if I wouldn't be, to be honest, if I wouldn't be going with the Joker, I would be going with Andrade because that's
Yeah.
the guy I think in the ones that are mentioned that would be the most that makes sense to get the push.
But I don't see him.
Or Dante, man.
No,
That would help Dante a lot too, though.
because I don't see him versus
He's too young
Punch
still.
or Mox. So, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Joker.
Okay, our first unanimous.
Oh, that for the fucking Joker?
Yeah,
Oh man, Jesus!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 matches left.
I know, bro. Okay, Wardlow and FTR versus Jay Lethal and Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, I think we there's another unanimous. This
that's
one.
one we did. Yeah,
FTR.
Wardlow and
FTR.
Then we got Jungle Boy or Jack Perry
I got Perry.
versus Christian Cage.
Perry. Me.
This is
man.
another one. This is another one that it depends if the funeral. Wow.
Wow.
If the feud is over or not, because I think Jungle Boy needs to have the upper hand in this feud. But is it the end of the feud?
Or yeah, if fucking Luchasaurus turns on him,
Yeah.
then it's a continuing. Yeah, I think I think Jungle Boy's gonna win, and Luchasaurus will turn on him afterwards, making it a Jungle versus Lucha.
So Jungle Boy here for JLB.
Mhm.
What about you, Big Red?
Perry.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry pulling Jim Ross there.
Well, he also said it at Dynamite.
Oh yeah, he did say it. You're not facing Jungle Boy at all out. You're facing,
You're facing
Jack Perry.
Perry. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
JR's like, see, I told you guys, I was right this whole time.
Oh shit. Is it over? I think it's over. So I'm gonna go with Jungle Boy too. Yeah, I think it's time for Jungle Boy to move on.
yeah,
move on
exactly.
to bigger things. So yeah.
That's it. Jade Cargill versus Athena,
I'm going with
FKA Ember Moon.
Athena.
Ooh, she gonna beat her. This is for the TBS Championship.
Yeah, I think the streak is done.
No, I think TK's in love. So I'm gonna go with Jade.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Jade. I don't know how they're gonna get rid of it, but Athena needs to move on.
Well,
So,
she's
like,
not gonna
bro,
win. Yeah, she needs to move on.
She's gonna move on with the title. That's what's gonna happen.
All right. That's fair.
Okay. So we got Athena and
What is happening with Stokely's people that he's getting though?
Yeah, it's a weird mix of
It's
people.
a clusterfuck of people.
So the gun boy, the ass boys, and what's the one this week?
Ass boys. We got Morrissey. We got
Yeah, that's it. Morrissey handed over to
Lee
Morrissey.
Moriarty or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, kind of
There was
a-
more
He's-
people
he-
too.
right. I think
He's
that's the right
getting
word he used there.
he's getting
He's
an
getting-
empire.
I think all these people are going to move to ROH or something, man.
Oh,
I think this might be a faction for ROH or something. I don't know.
but that'd be interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
it's interesting what they're doing, and I'm very curious. How
But
they're gonna keep going with that.
isn't Ring of Honor supposed to be like their
Yeah, and
Right.
Stokely is just gathering people up for Ring of Honor.
Yeah, because there is an announcement he's supposed to make very soon, apparently, about some TV. Maybe he's got an hour deal somewhere for a weekly TV show for ROH. So,
Yeah, most likely on Discovery.
yeah, which makes
moving on?
House of Black versus Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro in a why the fuck is this happening match.
Who's Miro there?
Darby
Sting and
Allin
Darby.
Sting.
Oh yeah, it's true. They came in the
Because
promo, right?
Malachi Black likes to spit in our faces. That's why they're
Yeah.
teaming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with House of Black.
No, I'm gonna go with Miro. And Miro and company.
Yeah, I'm agree with Crazy on that one.
Miro.
I think House of Black is gonna break up. I think they made a valid point when they said Brody King and Matthews don't need Malachi Black. Malachi Black needs them. So I think there's gonna be a Judgment Day thing where they're just gonna kick out Malachi Black or something. Or honestly, let these guys be alone, be solo artists or whatever.
Well, this might be punishment for Malachi, right?
If we're talking to trips, yeah.
So maybe lose and they get split up would be. I
mean,
be surprised.
dude, I want Matthews to be his own fucking guy. Give me Matthews at the TNT Championship, man. Let him beat fucking Wardlow. Like, let's go.
Or Brody versus Wardlow.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be a good match for Wardlow too. That would spice things up.
Give him a chance to have more of a real and use real in-ring psychology in a
let's see him squash Brody. Fuck
yeah, exactly. Okay.
Interim World Championship. Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter versus Britt Baker versus Akira Shida. I'm gonna go with Storm.
Yeah, me too. Tony. And Tony.
You just assumed Big Red's going for Tony.
No. I wrote Tony for me. Tony for me and you, and I'm waiting for Big Red.
Put Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Our second unanimous.
That one's a tough one.
Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho.
I'm going with the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And that's where Garcia is going to make his official fucking thing and go with Daniel Bryan, and he'll be part of the Combat Club as he was originally supposed to be anyways.
Yeah. This is Lionheart. And none of them really need this win, but I think because of the whole Daniel Garcia turning, I think that will be that's the way they're going to go. So BD.
And then that's when we're going to see Jericho versus Garcia.
Sounds like you're saying Pide. BD.
Okay.
So then we got the finale.
Yep. Main event.
AEW World Championship. Jon Moxley. versus CM Punk. I think Punk's winning it, folks. I think you there's no way out of Punk not winning it, because I swear to God, if you make Moxley win, what the fuck was all this for? What was the point of doing that match a week ago to make CM Punk this whole thing? And he might turn heel, perhaps. Maybe that's how he wins. I just don't know. I just don't know how you turn him heel in Chicago.
I think it could be done. It has to end. The show has to end with that.
Yeah,
completely.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I mean, he did this whole thing. Oh, you can't bleed and whatever. Chicago, that's what I'm fighting for, and yada yada yada. And my name's I was a punk rock kid in Chicago, and whatever the fuck. So you could definitely make it end with that. I still want MJF to join CM Punk, though. I want that. Yeah, I want that to be a thing. MJF helps CM Punk, or something happens.
Okay.
And like,
because he wants to face him,
together, or no, or maybe because they're together. They're fucking like
they worked everybody.
Everybody.
That would get a lot of heat. Yeah, that would be.
That would get a lot of heat, and that would be very interesting to see. And if anyone could fucking pull that off, that is MJF.
Yeah, definitely. What
a lot of ways they can go with that.
What does Mr. Sleepyhead over there think?
Hey, Sleepyhead.
Punk.
You're going with Punk?
Yeah.
So we got JLB with Punk, Big Red with Punk, And I'm going with Mox because if Punk wins, I'm boycotting Punk for the next month. I'm getting up and leaving every time he's on.
You don't want to see his Cody Rhodes promos?
No.
His little
No.
fake crying, like,
Yeah.
like it's fucking
Yeah,
great.
there-
I love it.
There's
At least Punk is not trying to stop racism, though.
yes.
You know what I mean?
At least there's that.
He hasn't
There's that.
done. He hasn't done like a Liberty fucking promo
Yeah.
yet. We'll see. We'll see. It might happen.
And I don't know if you guys read the. I'm gonna, since you mentioned Cody, this week on a podcast or something, Cody said exactly these words, and I quote:
Verbatim.
"AEW would not be around without me and Brandy."
I read that. Yeah.
So, I think the
Will not be around or would
Would.
not be.
would not be around. Would not.
That's fair.
Would not. And that's fair. I even in a way, I know it sounds a bit fucking pretentious.
Egotistical.
Yeah,
and
egotistical.
pretentious. We know how you don't like pretentious fucks.
But I kind of would have to agree with him a bit because of the whole bet with Meltzer, right? If he didn't accept that bet to do All In and to fill up 10,000 people, I don't think after Tony Khan would have had the idea that this could be a reality and that he could put the money behind this and it could work. So I think I agree with him.
Right.
I give him a bit of justification on that. But did you have to say it? That's the whole thing, you know. It's like when you film yourself to put on Facebook. You're going to give something to a homeless person or give a new pair of shoes to a homeless person. Why don't you just give it instead of filming yourself and putting it on Facebook? You know, it's that whole thing. You know you did it. The people that follow know your importance behind it, but did you really have to mention it on a podcast? And does that really, because until now he absolutely refused to talk badly about AEW.
Right.
And okay, it's not.
I mean, he's not talking
Yeah,
bad.
he's not talking bad, but I'm sure they would. I'm sure Young Bucks and Kenny. I'm sure that touched a little a nerve for them. I'm sure.
Well, I mean, it depends how he said it too, though. Like, was he saying it? He's just saying would not be
okay,
Well,
you're right. I would need to know. I would need to know the go back and listen to the context
Yeah.
of the question and
This
what
was
he was
where?
saying around it. It was on a podcast.
This
It
is
was
not
quoted.
saying
It
where.
was. No, I know. I don't. I don't remember the podcast because I didn't
I'll check
listen
it
to
out.
the interview.
Yeah, one
It
drop.
was a clip. Not a clip. It was
A tweet.
a tweet from somebody with
Yeah, I
a
saw it
with a picture on it and a quote and his and the
Oh,
quote
okay.
and it's sent underneath. It's sent underneath via whatever podcast it was, but I don't remember. I don't remember
It's
what
okay.
it was.
I'm gonna try to get that at least before I put
But-
up this.
but I didn't listen. So and you're right. I didn't think about it that way. I don't know what the context was around the question.
because I
So
don't think
maybe
he'd do that with Young Bucks and Kenny. I think he's saying. I mean, I hope he's saying it wouldn't be the same without the addition of me and Brandy in it.
Mhm.
Maybe because they did add a lot, right? Cody and Brandy were doing a lot
Oh,
when
yeah.
AEW
At
first
the beginning,
started.
she
at
was
the
in charge.
beginning.
She was actually what the executive. She was an
She-
executive there.
Yeah. So she was like, I think she was in charge of like not the merch, but the fucking clothes, the gear, and all
Yeah.
that shit too, and whatever.
Yeah, and
have you,
it
like-
could be that he was mentioning he mentioned the other ones before. You know, he mentioned all those guys.
Yeah,
those
it's just
guys are
people
still
like
there.
to
They're
take
EVPs.
the-
yeah, and just take that little piece because they know it's gonna create.
And
buzz.
look, I mean, who made All In, right? That was Cody's doing.
yeah,
That
definitely.
was Cody showing Dave Meltzer that he could sell out a fucking stadium in Chicago
that could put
as an
10,000
indie
people.
show at 10,000 people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he's not wrong. And even if he did say it in that way, he has that ego. We know he has that
Yeah, yeah.
ego there.
Mhm.
And I mean, I would consider myself, I would maybe say something like that too, because prove me wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, it's cocky, but is it wrong?
Yeah, that's the
Tell me when I'm telling lies, as CM Punk would
Yes,
say.
would say,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? That
exactly.
pretentious fuck. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
You
true. I'll
know?
try this week. I'll try, or if you can try to find
Yeah,
the
yeah.
context and what
I'll
he said.
find it. Yeah, yeah.
We'll try to get back
I'll-
to you next week
Mhm.
about the context of how he meant it
That's it.
before we speculate here. So I guess that's it. I guess you could take us home, buddy.
Let's do it. So, guys, it is a good 15 hours of wrestling this week between Worlds Collide, All Out, and Clash at the freaking Castle. We hope you guys do enjoy it. Make sure you, I don't know, also take some breaks, because looking at the screen TV, especially on Sunday, looking at that TV screen for a good, a good fucking 10 hours is really gonna hurt your eye sockets.
Maybe
So make
DVR
sure you take
Worlds
some
Collide
break.
and watch it later.
Yeah, maybe PVR Worlds Collide, or just maybe watch the final matchup or something.
Mhm.
But either way, we will try and see maybe what we can do. If we're gonna do a little live reaction or something, or whatever have you, we'll maybe see what we can do there. But we'll definitely keep you posted with what's going on, little, TikToks here and there and all that of what we think. And okay, that's fine. On what we think. And thank you for Jeff for commenting but not coming to the cast. It's certainly appreciated.
I heard he was being followed by some people.
He was being followed. Some people, son of a bitch. We keep telling people just
Don't
off the socials, don't follow him in person. One job. You can follow me though at on Twitch. I am now affiliated, so please feel free to come subscribe and enjoy my video game craziness. Twitch.tv/JLBTLC25. Real Talk Radio is still the brand, and it is still there, where I talk a little bit about everything. Wrestling, not wrestling. I have 2 podcasts for that, but I talk about movies, music, and anything else entertaining. Little whatever. So feel free to check that out. Anchor.fm/RTR. Links are down below with the link tree as well for all that fun stuff. Kid Crazy, where can they follow you, good sir?
You can follow me. Look for Michael Costa on any social media platforms, and anything wrestling related. Anything you have questions or you have beef, please do it right here. Wrestling Talk Now. We're happy to interact with you guys. It's a pleasure for me, and hope to see more of you guys.
That's it. So those socials for Wrestling Talk Now is at WTN Wrestling on all socials, except on Twitch. Oh, wrong way. Except on Twitch, where it is WTN_Wrestling Talk Now. Feel free to follow us there. Maybe we can get affiliated there too and be a Twitch exclusive. But for now, we're not. So feel free to follow us, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'd love to talk to you. We'll obviously be presenting you the results for everything pay-per-view this weekend, and we'll keep you posted on all the latest and greatest news we get from Wales as well over at Clash at the Castle. Remember, it is at 1 p.m. Eastern for our Eastern folk. Do the Google search for where you are located on Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern. And NXT will be at 4 p.m. Eastern. And of course, All Out will be at 7 p.m. Eastern on Sunday as well. A lot of wrestling, a lot of fun, and I'm sure we'll have a lot to get to next week. So we will definitely see you then. And I should probably get set up here with the outro too. That might be smart. I will be doing the wrong one. All right. We will see you then. So until next Thursday, as we run it down all over again, ciao for now. That's not the right one. Hold on. I done messed it up again. God damn it, Big Red. Ciao for now.